Yo, testing audio. Yo, testing audio. Testing audio. Yo, testing audio. Testing audio. Yo. Okay, sounds good. It should be fine. Okay. Well, yeah, we're back at it. Sorry if there wasn't a stream yesterday. I had to make dinner. It was like really important, actually. I'm sorry. I hope people weren't like, "Oh, where's the stream yesterday?" I'm sorry. I had to take care of some business. I had to make some delicious dinner. I made a shepherd's pie. It was really good, but I needed it desperately inside of my tum-tum for food purposes, for eating and food purposes. It was unfortunately very important that I make that delicious shepherd's pie and then ate it, and it was really delicious. It was very, very, very important that I made that delicious shepherd's pie. Very, 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 very important. Okay, where am I going? What am I doing? Oh, I know what I'm doing. It's Dragon God time. It's everyone's favorite thing, Dragon God. So I released the short video, and I'm like, yeah, I'll be fine. But then later on, I was like, I don't know. I think maybe I may have said that I was going to stream, and then I didn't, and that was the issue. I don't know. I don't remember what I said, but it's whatever. The future is now. That's what's important, is the future, which is now. Which is happening right now. The future. The all-important future. Not the past, the future. The right now, in this moment. Also, I think this is the last Demon Souls stream for a while. As in, I'm going to beat the game, as in we're going to beat the last cycle, and then I'm going to be out of Demon Souls. So I'm probably going to take a day or two off, and then switch to Dark Souls. And play Dark Souls 1 again, to catch up on Demon Souls videos. Which I hope everyone's okay with. Definitely. Yeah, I'm okay with it, that's for sure. And then I'll, like, build up my desire to play Sekiro again, and then I'll play Sekiro. Well, to be fair, Sekiro probably won't take me very long. Uh-oh. I'm running into grass. Oh god. Luckily there isn't much left to worry about. Of this delightful game that I love so very much. This beautiful, beautiful video game. Ow. Got stabbed in the eyes just now. And then let's see here. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty standard pathing. I should be able to beat the whole game today. And we're like in 3 hours. It should only take me about 3 hours actually to beat the rest of the game. Maybe not. Like, there's a very small possibility that the answer to that. Oh, I need. Uh-oh, we need that ring. We need that ring equipped now. I don't want to die. Yeah, well, that's the thing. You are correct about that. I'm mostly just saying that as like a filler sentence, you know, like as like a I don't know, like yeah, like absolutely. I mean, you know, I could play whatever game I wanted, and you know what I mean. Like I could be like, you know, I could do like Civilization 5 and be like, oh, it's time for. Hopefully everyone's okay with that, right? But in this particular case, you know, like I don't know, like it's like a preparatory sentence, like be prepared for that, I guess, because I mean, but you're right that it's a pretty like guy playing Demon Souls who's like playing Dark Souls, like that seems pretty logical actually. It's a pretty natural thing. Like there's nothing strange or unnatural about that. Like, it's like the next stream is like a Mahjong stream. Like, that would be weird. Like, I hope it's okay with everybody that the next streams are going to be Mahjong. You know, that game Mahjong that I've never played and I have no... Like, I don't know. Like, that would be weird, I do say. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. But I think Dark Souls is pretty natural and organic for me to play. I think what I need to be doing is I need to be, in my free time, is I need to play some Elden Ring and get that down. So people will stop asking me for Elden Ring. But it's just it's unfortunate that I have not beaten Elden Ring yet. But at least, if I'm playing Dark Souls 1 again, I'll at least have more time. I won't have to make as many videos, and instead I can spend more time playing Elden Ring. And so that's actually probably a major reason to play Dark Souls 1. At least for that purpose. So maybe that's what I should be doing. I should stop playing Skyrim, and I should start playing Elden Ring, like, right now. I don't know. I guess I could play... I mean, Skyrim's coming, unfortunately. I hate to say it, but Skyrim is too good not to play. But maybe in a while. Yeah, well, I'm used to Fallout. So I'm big into those games. I'm big into Fallout. I'm big into Skyrim. So to me, it's kind of organic. You know, like I don't think much of it, to be honest. But maybe maybe when I actually get around to playing it, I'll hate the open world aspect of it. I don't know yet. That's the problem, is I haven't even like touched the game like at all. I just barely bought it. Like I've had the game for minutes or something. You know what I mean? Like I've had the game for like a week. And I haven't even installed it yet. I need to like do that. Yeah, no, so the thing is, like, because I'm so used to Elder Scrolls and Fallout and stuff, it's probably gonna be fine for me. I'm probably just gonna be like, lol, whatever. But I definitely get that vibe. It's like you know how the first time you play a Souls game, you're like, what the hell is this? I don't know if you remember that, right? But like the first time you play a Souls game, it's like hard to get used to. And then like each subsequent Souls game, you're like, yeah, I get it, right? Dodge roll, bosses are hard, you know, or they kill you, you know, and then you just sort of like get used to it, right? Well, the thing about open world is it's the same principle. Is like, imagine, like, you know how like you can go anywhere? That doesn't mean you should go anywhere. It's like the same as Dark Souls 1 or whatever, where like it tells you you're allowed to go anywhere you want, but in point of practice you really can't. That's sort of the problem with Elden Ring and a lot of these other open world games, including Skyrim and stuff. And what makes Breath of the Wild different is Breath of the Wild is a game for like kids, and a lot of the places you can go early are like puzzles and stuff like that. Like, oh, here's a physics puzzle for you. Solve this physics puzzle, right? And so like, yeah, like that's open world. You can go anywhere you want in that sense and experience the game in any order you like, because it's like a dumb physics puzzle or something, right? I haven't played Breath of the Wild, so you'll have to take my word for it, or my what I say with a grain of salt there, but the bottom line is that like for these open world games, it's like the same principle where unless you're looking for like a really specific item, and unless you know where you're going, you basically just like follow the game on the rails. And that's the problem with open world. Is like the open world aspect of it is only interesting if you know exactly where you're going and exactly what you're getting. Although to be fair, there's probably, if you're playing on a lower difficulty, and maybe for Elden Ring, if you're playing like Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas on like normal mode, on like the easy difficulty or something, right? You can walk in a random direction and probably pick up something kind of interesting. But like the likelihood that's going to mesh with your build, or you're going to know how to leverage that, is like really slim. Or that you're even going to find it is, again, really slim. So that's kind of the issue with that. That's how you actually wrap your head around open world games. Yeah, is you just follow the path. You literally just follow the path, and then when you already know the game, you can be like, oh, I'm gonna like go to this area first beforehand, and I'm gonna like pick up this weapon, and it's gonna be so awesome, right? That's the joy of it. And so it's when people talk about how great the world design of Dark Souls 1 is, and how you can kind of go where you want, and you can pick up some items early and stuff like that, right? That's what open world lets you do, basically. Well, that's the problem. That's exactly the issue. Is like open world makes infinitely more sense when you just like take it one like thing at a time. That's really what. Oh, I need. You know what? Oh, I do have it. Okay, cool. I have it. Boom. Yeah, that's the thing with open world, is you really got to do yourself a favor and just like follow the path. That's the joke about open worlds, is like they're actually not that interesting. if you're doing like a first playthrough. Like the idea, like I think maybe the designers think, oh, like I can go in a random direction and do interesting stuff that way, but that's actually not really true. It depends on the game in question, but I can tell you without even looking at it that Elden Ring is 100% the kind of game where if you go to the wrong kind of area first, it's going to be... Well, Minecraft is some other entirely different can of worms. You know what I mean? Like Minecraft is whole and that's a survival game at its very core, right? Like that's like a farming, crafting, survival game. It's very different from like and I assume Elden Ring, it's basically a Souls game stuck in like Skyrim. That's my guess, right? It's like take Skyrim and you just like you put Dark Souls in Skyrim or something, and it's like the same principle. And I've played those games a lot. I played a lot of Fallout 4. It's like Fallout 4 is a great example. I love Fallout 4 to death. It's a truly incredible video game. It's a masterpiece of a video game. But if like the open world aspect of it does nothing for the game in a lot of ways. Not entirely. Because what happens is there comes a point where like your character is really strong and you can kind of do anything, right? Like, oh, like my character is really strong and I can go anywhere I want. But until that point happens, it doesn't really matter. And like, I don't know, like if you've played an old school RPG, where like how they work is you're following the game is totally on rails, completely on rails. But then there comes a point where you get like the flying mount, you get like the chocobo, you get like the black chocobo or the airship or something, and you're like, oh, like I can go anywhere now, right? You know, like the second half of Final Fantasy VI. So if you've ever played Final Fantasy VI, right? The first half is completely on rails. Completely, totally on rails. You literally have only one direction to go, right? And that's forward. And then in the second half of the game, it's like really open-ended. And it's like, oh, now I get to go rescue the rest of my teammates. And then you can do that in any order you want, basically. And you can collect any of the characters you want. Or like you can choose not to, too, right? Like like Final Fantasy VI is a really great example of like an open world game before open world games were even a thing. Another one is like The Legend of Zelda. Like Oracle Seasons or not Oracle Seasons. Like those early Legend of Zelda games are a little bit open world too. They're kind of open world before open world, where the game itself is totally on rails, right? But like at the same time, there really are a lot of places off the beaten path. And to be honest, there's not really much there. But it doesn't really matter because you can sort of explore around, you can goof around, you can do weird stuff, right? And then as you progress in the story, you unlock more of these side areas that kind of don't really have anything in them. Like bombs. It's like bombs and coins and stuff. And it's like, okay, like this is fine. But yeah, but like at the start, when you start a Zelda game out, you like open the map up and there's a big, huge map, right? Like you start Link to the Past, and you hit the map button and there's a big old map, and the game is like, go to this place, right? And then, but you can see the big old map, you can see the whole map, right? And like that's what would happen. Like in Skyrim, for example, you start Skyrim up, you open up the big old map, right? Like yes, you could walk in a random direction and be killed by a giant, right? Like you could walk into a random direction and be murdered by a monster 20 levels higher than you, right? Or you kind of follow the rails, and then and then you'll hit a point where you can kind of just go in a random direction and goof around that way. But the game's big enough that that's rarely, if ever, going to really pay off, I think. So yeah, but I haven't played Elden Ring yet, to be honest with you. So you'll have to take what I say with a degree of suspicion. But yeah, like, if you really want to get through Elden Ring, just like railroad yourself to the expectation that you're going to do what the game tells you for a long time. And you will get into it 100%. Like there's no way around it. As long as you can manage that. But I haven't played Elden Ring yet. I need to like download it. I need to install it like right now. And like buy the DLC right now. And see, this is what the open world is honestly kind of like this. Like if you really think about it, this is what an open world looks like. You know how we're in a hallway, We're literally in a hallway that goes like to a destination, right? And you know how I like open up this jail cell and there's like some just like random crap inside? That's what an open world really is. Like on a fundamental level, this is what an open world really is. Like if you're playing Skyrim and you're like get out of the first dungeon and you're like walking down the road and you see like a cave to your like left or right or something, and you go inside and there's like actually kind of nothing in there, you know? But then you like, and then you like continue on the path. And that's sort of what an open world really is at the end of the day. Like in a lot of ways, like an open, like just on a bigger scale. You know what I mean? Like on like a larger, like more like open, like it feels open world. Yeah. You get the idea. Like that's generally the idea. And that's the problem with Elden open world is like, when open world is less handcrafted than this, that's a problem. Because you could just have this, and it's the same outcome. You know what I mean? But they're like, I don't want to disparage open world games because I've played a lot of open world games too. And I can tell you that there are very interesting things that open world games kind of can do in some cases. Like, for example, in Skyrim, there's like this really cool DLC area where you can like summon pet spiders to like attack enemies for you, and that's really cool, right? And you can like craft these spiders, and it's like really dumb and impractical to do this, but you can do it, right? And like you can get out of the first dungeon and instantly do that if you want, right? Like if you really wanted to and you really wanted to make it work, you probably could. You probably could find a way to go to this like dumb dungeon in the middle of nowhere and just like survive your way there, and then just like go inside and just like loot a bunch of stuff, and then spend the rest of the game trying to make these dumb spiders work when they really kind of just like don't. And that's a real thing. You know what I mean? Like that's a real thing. It's not actually a very good idea probably, but you know, that's just how it is, right? So that's like a great example of where an open world works. But honestly, doing that is like such a huge pain too. Because what ends up happening is there's like a werewolf that like punches you, that like one-shots you on the way there. And so you have to like load and save your game until you don't get that werewolf encounter or something stupid like that. Like, you get the idea. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, otherwise, I mean, like, this game is technically sort of open world in that sense. Right, I mean, that's the irony, right, is that we're talking about open world, but, like, what we're really talking about is, like, the same thing that this game has going for it, right? Where it's, like, technically, you can go to any of the 5 levels right off the bat, but, like, that doesn't matter unless you know what's already in the levels. You know what I mean? Like, it's really unlikely you're gonna be screwing around and, like, experience something really profound. I mean, I guess I'm actually wrong. Like, I'm sure if you, like, try to tackle this game anyway, you're going to experience a lot of frustration, but eventually you'll get somewhere, and that's pretty cool. Like, I do have to respect that, but, like, that's the irony, is, like, what we're really describing is, when people talk about open world, they really just mean Demon Souls. That's the problem with open world, is it's like a marketing term. It's like, oh, there's a big, huge world to explore. It's like, yeah, Grand Theft Auto has a big, huge world to explore. Right, but in reality, what makes, like, games like Elden Ring and Fallout 4 or whatever interesting is, like, the way that they're actually just like Demon Souls. Which is pretty insane when you think about it. But Demon Souls is just so much more bespoke. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. Is that Demon Souls just ends up being so much more... Like, it's humble. You know? Like, it's not like, oh, look at how open world we are, right? It's, like, humble. It's humble. You know, it's like, you know what? We're doing things the humble way. You know, we got, like, it's open concept. You know? Like, the concept is you can go down any path you want right off the rip, right? It's only kind of flawed because there's sort of no point in doing that. There's no point in deviating from a certain path. That's the only problem with Demon Souls, is that there's, like, usually not a really compelling reason to deviate from the basic path, right? You go to 1, you kill the Tower Knight or whatever, or you don't, it doesn't really matter. You go to World 2, you upgrade your weapon, and then at that point, it kind of just stops mattering. You can go in any order you want. The items just don't matter anymore, right? Past that point, because you have, like, a fully upgraded weapon. It's like, okay, well, I'm sort of done at that point. The character is complete, more or less, depending on what your setup is. So, like, that's the failure of Demon Souls. But, like, that's the end game of every, you know, open world game. And so that's why like Fallout 4 has no level cap, right? So technically your character can improve infinitely, right? But realistically, most of the value your character has is like already happens in the first, you know, 20 levels or whatever, or 30 levels or something. And then every subsequent level is like a modest gain. Which is, I guess, sort of how this character works. Yeah, it's kind of weird I'm describing these games and I'm like, oh, okay, like these are actually just sort of like Dark Souls. Demon Souls. And that's really what's so cool about them in a lot of ways. Is like, what's really so good about these games is that they function the same way that Demon Souls does. And you gotta like that. Oh, excuse me. You gotta respect that at the end of the day. You gotta respect that ultimately. Where am I going? Oh, I'm going up. Where am I going? Oh, right here. Okay, I think... Yep, time for everybody's favorite boss. Time for everybody's favorite boss. Everybody's #1 boss. The greatest boss of all, the Fool's Idol. And, oh. Oh. Okay. What was that? Old Spice. Oh, excuse me, sir. Please, give me your secrets. Thank you for the donation of Old Spice, sir. Your donation will not go counted or whatever. I don't know. Go figure. Okay, now we just need to kill the Black Phantom, and then we'll take care of the boss. We'll take care of the old boss here. Once I hit the dumb what is it called? We'll hit the Iron Maiden first. Take care of that. I got that covered. Now we just need to take care of this NPC, Red Phantom. But yeah, I've been playing Skyrim. That's the thing. So I'm like locked in on Skyrim for a minute here. I'm kind of done with Sekiro for a minute. I do want to cover Sekiro, but I'm kind of like burned out on it a little bit, so I need to like kind of let the juices marinate there, you know, like sort of think it over. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh. Okay. Uh-oh. Like how the Red Phantom doesn't actually like get any easier as I've gone down the line. Alright. Okay. Time to kill this guy. Time to kill the Fool's Idol. Time to kill the old Fool's Idol. This is everyone's favorite part of the run, or my part, or I don't know. It's not my favorite part of the run. This stinking boss. He's actually a really awkward boss to fight. Like actually, ironically, a very awkward boss to have to fight and deal with, because you end up whoop. 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 You end up, it's like hard to actually like damage her that efficiently. So we'll try Fireball here. Considering I put a bunch of work into Fireball, and it's actually served me pretty well over the course of the runs. So we'll give it a shot. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, see, that's not bad. Is it like that amazing? No, not really, but it's fine. It's fine. Really, what I need to do is I need to do this. Oh, this is her too. Yeah, it's just not efficient compared to just like doing this. If I really wanted to, I should just do Ignite, honestly, on her. But like actually wanted results. Wow. Talking about luck. That's weird. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. Oh, come on. Which one was it? It's not that one in the middle. Yeah, I don't even know how this boss works. Can you believe that? Oh, it's this one. Oh, come on. Oh, you. You and your silly little thing. Okay. Unbelievable. Oh, let's see. Nope, that's fake. Another fake. Uh-oh. Pulse. Okay. See, I should probably just be igniting her, honestly. Whatever. It's fine. Okay, it's not that one on the end. It's not that one. There's one far away. And my thing wore off. Oh, it's not this one. It's this guy right here, I think. Wait, no. Where is it? Oh, shoot, there it is. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Uh-oh.
The idols shall be revived for eternity. Rejoice, fools, for it is as you wished.
Oh, no. Uh-oh. Whoopsies. Uh-oh. Yeah, I forgot the who could have guessed? Wait, where is she? What happens now? I forgot my best friend in the whole wide world. Oh, whoops. Ah, shoot. No, I actually don't, you'll have to forgive me. I did that on purpose. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, actually. That's really weird. No. Oh? It just lets me leave. Okay, whatever. Well, interesting. No, I did that on purpose. I think, no, so what ended up happening, if I'd streamed yesterday, it was, I think I probably should, if I'd streamed yesterday, people would have thought that was hilarious. Because the joke is I forgot the humble servant, my favorite character in the game. But I wanted to hear his voice line there, so I thought I'd do that. I think maybe if I had streamed yesterday, like I probably should have, like I think I said I would have, and the crowd of people that have been following my streams for the last couple days had been here, that would have been a lot more interesting. But whoops, I goofed up real bad. Oh well. Dang. I mean, who knows? Whatever. Who knows? Yes, well, he actually has I didn't know he had a bunch of voice lines there. I actually did not know he had a bunch of swag voice lines there, so it's just as well. You gotta kill him to find out, I guess, or whatever. Whoops. Oh well. We make these mistakes in life, you know. I should have streamed yesterday, and that bit probably would have been a lot funnier, because the people who've been watching my streams for the last couple of days, like I said, would have had something to yuck about there. But hey, you know what? It was pretty funny. I thought it was pretty funny. That was the setup, was it? I was gonna because the whole thing is that I love the Humble Servant. He's like my favorite character, right? He actually is my favorite character. I don't know why I like the Humble Servant so much, but I really do. He's like actually really hilarious for some reason. And so because I love the Humble Servant so much, I always like make a big point of like interacting with him and talking about how great he is, which is true. Which is true. He is really great. But in this particular case, oh, there we go. Cool. Yeah, we'll just use Northern Regalia for this. Uh-oh. Come on. Freaking video game. Uh-oh. I might actually just die. Oh. Never mind. Oh well. That's life for you, you know? Yes, I know. But you have to hit them once to see whether or not they have the HP bar, I think. I might be wrong about that. Oh yeah, okay, see. Yeah, so... Exactly. Oh? Yes, I love that NPC. He's my favorite NPC. He's by far... for some reason, he's my favorite NPC in any Souls game. I don't know why. I don't know why I like that NPC so much, but I really, really, really like that NPC for some insane reason. for whatever reason, I really, 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 really like that NPC. And it makes absolutely no sense. He's like a really goofy, dumb character. It's like a very bit part. Like literally the most bit part character in this game. But also just like very, very funny. Oh. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I think it's this one, too. Sweet. Oh, shoot. I have anti-magic field on. Okay, it's fine. It doesn't matter at this point. It's fine. Oh, I forgot to wait for anti-magic field to wear off. Oh, shoot. Yes, I love the Humble Servant. Yeah, he's the Humble Servant. I love him so much, for whatever reason. So I forgot to kill him there. But he has the cool line. I didn't know about the line. I've never actually heard the line before. See, that's the sort of thing that you would get on a blind playthrough that I don't have the benefit of here. But, you know, that's life for you. To a certain extent. Okay, Fireball. Yeah, this is fine. You love the Humble... I love the Humble Servant, too. If there's one thing I love, it's the Humble Servant, honestly. If there's one thing I know, it's that I love the Humble Servant, honestly. Like, a little low-key, it's kind of weird. Oh, like Tony Chopper or whatever. I know, I like the Kung Fu seals. There's like one random panel of like seals that know Kung Fu. And, like, Luffy is, like, learning from them or something, and I thought that was really cool. So that's actually a really good example. So that's a fairly good example, actually. But, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, I don't know what it is about the Humble Servant. I wish you had an out, you could get a Humble Servant out. Yeah, the Kung Fu seals, yeah, or dugongs or whatever they are. Honestly, if you could get a Humble Servant outfit in this game, I'd really like that. Like, in the remaster, there should have been a Humble Servant outfit. If they could have asked me, if they could have gone back in time and asked me, like, what do you want in a theoretical, like, Demon Souls remaster, I'd be like a Humble Servant, like, outfit, is what I would say. I'd be like a Humble Servant armor set. And he technically has no name. The Humble Servant technically has no name. I call him the Humble Servant because that's what he calls himself. That's just what he says he is. Is a humble servant. So that's why I call him the Humble Servant. But technically he has no name, and it's not clear whether or not in the original in the game files if he has a name or anything like that, or if it's just something arbitrary that he Oh shoot! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! I'm out of my depth here. Holy heck. 1 second. Oh, no way. Oh, and they have armament hockey too? Really? So I didn't even notice that. See, that's the crazy thing about One Piece is that you got to pay really close attention to get all the little details. To get all the little tiny details, like stuff like that. See, because I've read a whole lot of One Piece and I didn't even know that. But that's a great example of ones that I really of like a random background character that I really enjoyed. And then, but mostly when I think about One Piece, I think about how I like the light guy, whatever his dumb name is, Kizaru. I like Kizaru. It means yellow monkey in Japanese. The thing is, what I really need to do is I need to read One Piece in Japanese, because it's a lot easier. I've been practicing my Japanese by playing Fire Emblem 7, but it's actually really miserable because there's no hiragana. So it's like really hard to read everything. I have to like meticulously go through and like look up every kanji to figure out how to pronounce it. Oh, okay. So yeah. So if I was to read them, if I was to do One Piece again, I'd read the manga so I could read it in Japanese, and hopefully kind of pick up some new and tighten my Japanese up that way. Because like I said, I've been playing Fire Emblem 7. I really love old Game Boy games because those are the kinds of things I grew up with, you know. But actually playing a game in Japanese on the Game Boy Advance or the Game Boy is actually really hard. Because it's a really unnatural kind of Japanese. Or I shouldn't say it's an unnatural kind of Japanese. Depending on how old the game is, it's either... So if you're playing on like on the original Game Boy, it's in a really unnatural kind of Japanese that has no kanji, which is not how the language is supposed to be read. And if you're playing on the Game Boy Advance, it's a type of Japanese that's very natural, but it's very inhospitable to outsiders, because there's no hiragana. But if you're reading like manga, basically any manga for kids, including like One Piece and stuff, is going to feature hiragana. So it basically tells you how to pronounce the characters, the Chinese characters. Yes, so if you want to learn Japanese, reading manga is actually a pretty good idea, generally. Depends on the manga, obviously. But yeah, reading One Piece is a brilliant idea because there's so much of it. The only issue is you'll run into cultural things. So this is kind of the irony is I'm complaining about this Game Boy Advance game, right? But the Game Boy Advance game has a lot less jokes and like other meaningless crap like that, right? There's a lot less like Japanese cultural jokes and stuff like that, right? So like you'll read so potentially you run the risk of, if you're reading like One Piece or something, you run the risk of encountering like an esoteric cultural joke that makes no sense, right? And so you need somebody to explain to you what the heck is going on, even if you understood it perfectly, right? And so I'm playing this like dumb Game Boy game. And because it's a dumb Game Boy game, all that stuff, there's like none of that stuff. It's all largely trimmed out. Because obviously they have to it's like a crappy little Game Boy game, right? And so every time an NPC talks, they have to like get to the point. Because there's a lot of text in the game overall. And so like you can't be sitting there reading a novel every time you talk to a character, right? Because there's already a lot of that going on. So they strip out a lot of those like dumb, like esoteric cultural jokes and just like meaningless, vapid jokes and stuff like that. So it's kind of a mixed bag. It's actually really ironic now that you think about it, because it's not free and clear to read manga just because you can pronounce everything. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Is so like there's like some dumb jokes, but like realistically, the dumb jokes are so on the nose that it doesn't matter, right? Like one of the characters is like liking women. Right, like his whole thing is like, oh, I like women, and so he like pops up whenever there's like a pretty female character, right? Like, you know, Brock from the anime type stuff, but it's really concise. So they have that going on, but it's very, very, very concise, like extremely, extremely, extremely compact and concise, and so it doesn't take up a whole bunch of like space, and he's not like rattling on about this, that, or the other thing, you know. So like if you watch like Pokemon in Japanese, you run the risk of, I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen Pokemon. But if you watch Pokemon in Japanese or something, there's like, he runs the risk of saying something that like makes no sense. Or it'd be very difficult to understand. So it's kind of, like I said, yeah, so it's a bit of a mixed bag type scenario. But I do love, there's nothing in the world I love more than, what was I saying? But I do love reading Japanese, but I wish there was an easier way to understand kanji. But they're entirely, they're what you, I think they're called an ideograph. So they're basically idiosyncratic. They're actually not. Technically, some Chinese scholar a million years ago, like 2,000 years ago or something, or 1,000 years ago, came up with an explanation for why each character represents what it represents. But outside of those esoteric explanations, well, some of them are pictographical, right? So like the moon, right? Like that's quasi-pictographical, right? So it represents what the moon appears, right? It represents how the moon appears. And it's pretty obvious, right? Tree, same principle with the character for tree. Right, it sort of looks like a tree, right? So a lot of them are some of them are pictographical, and then a lot of them have an esoteric, and then a great number of them have some kind of like esoteric, explanation for how they represent what they represent, like bean is like a pot of beans or something, right? Or I think that's pictographical. Like what's a great example of one off the top of my head? So like the character or I'm trying to think of ones that isn't pictographical, right? Because like I'd say like the word for bean, but it kind of looks like a pot of beans. You know what I mean? Like it literally looks like a pot of beans burning over a campfire. And so it's like, okay, like you kind of see, I don't know if that's actually what it's supposed to represent, but you get the idea, right? Yeah, well, no, it could be a pun. It's hard to say. Yeah, there's lots of little stuff like that. Because obviously there's those. But you see what I'm saying, where those don't appear in like a Game Boy Advance game. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have room for that kind of thing. But if you're watching an anime, they got all kinds of room for that. Because that's actually the substance of anime. At its very core is like dumb jokes like that. I don't know about Tanuki and boats. But like, I'm trying to think of a character that has like an esoteric meaning. Like face, right? Like the character for face doesn't really look like a face. Or the character for head doesn't really look like a head. But there's like some esoteric explanation for how that represents a human head or something. In like some Chinese book from a million years ago. With no current translation or whatever. And like, so you'd have to like be an extremely proficient scholar of Chinese characters. But it's interesting how it's cross-cultural. It is cross-cultural in that way, in a very interesting fashion. But I don't know how many people are still... There probably are people in the universities and stuff that are like very, very, very interested in the scholarly nature of like why these characters exist, where they come from, how they operate, why they appear the way they do. If there's an explanation, probably some kind of like historian, archaeological. And they have a bunch of old pictures of them. They're called oracle bone script. So there is Chinese from like from a really long time ago. That like looks different. It's called the oracle bone script, I guess. But the problem is I'm not an expert on any of this stuff, and in fact, actually, I'm not even remotely an expert on this stuff. I will say that when you practice it, what ends up happening when you try to practice it is you'll see them, and a lot of times you'll kind of just remember them. You'll be like, oh, that's to pursue. Oru, that's to pursue, right? So I'll see this character over and over and over again, and I'll kind of just get used to it. I'll get used to the fact that it means to pursue. And then I'll see like another character, and I'll be like, I'll forget it. I'll see it, and I'll be like, I should know what that means, but I can't remember it. And then I'll forget it, and then eventually I'll see it enough again that I kind of remember it. And it's like a process over and over and over again. Where you sort of like forget what they mean because they're weird, and then you'll remember it later if you just like see it enough times. But sometimes you'll see them and you'll be like, you'll instantly understand what's being talked about because they're really, really legible. They're very, very, very like they're really distinct and they're very legible most of the time. So sometimes it works out in really cool ways. And apparently they don't change very much over time. Apparently they're relatively static over time, as opposed to like English, where like if you go back far enough in English language, words used to be spelled really different. Like, you'll go back in time and words would be spelled like really different. So it can be very difficult to read text from the past, because even if a word is the same, you may not be able to understand that it's the same word because the writing is so different, right? But those characters, as far as I understand, they don't change very much over time. So, like, the way you draw them might change a little bit here and there, but the actual stroke order and the fundamental structure of them stays relatively consistent over time, with the exception being of the fact that their meanings can drift, especially between Japanese and Chinese. So their meanings can drift even among variations of Chinese, and then not only can their meanings drift, but also they can be written down wrong in some cases and in certain places. So it's not as if like Chinese characters magically fixes the problem with English spelling, but it is noticeable. It is something that I suspect is true, because as far as I understand, they like the Japanese and the Chinese have kept them extremely consistent over like 1,000 years, with the only issue being that their meaning can sometimes shift for cultural reasons. So you'll have scenarios where like technically, you can show a Japanese or Chinese person a character, and that word exists in both languages, and it's very legible. But the issue is that the meaning can sometimes drift, but it may or may not drift that hard. But keep in mind that happens in German too, where you can be presented with a German word and it like has the same meaning, it has like a different meaning, but it's like you can tell that it has the same English root. But in a lot of cases, the words are like fragmented up and it's like other kinds of crazy stuff like that. Yeah, well, lots of little stuff like that too. That's another problem with Chinese though, is because they don't indicate what sound is supposed to be pronounced. The way it's pronounced has drifted tremendously, supposedly, or may have drifted tremendously. It's hard to say because, as far as I understand, some old Chinese diagrams actually contain lexical information. So they do in fact have ways of communicating how it's pronounced in some old Chinese texts or something, but it's not. But it's like, again, that's another one of these scholarly things, I guess, where they're saying like it's supposed to be pronounced like this and this and something like that. I don't know. But I get the impression there's some support for that, but we don't know. I don't know. Somebody knows for sure, but not me, unfortunately. But that's like the impression that I get, is that there is like some support for that. Like thou and you and all this stuff, right? Where it's like, yeah. So J, really? Jew? Interesting. I don't know. So thou is pronounced, so you would be pronounced like Jew or Jew. Or no, what's you in French? Hold up. What's you in French? I could probably make an educated guess here. What's you in French here? Toi. Oh, okay, no. I bet thou is probably pronounced like tu, or tho, or yeah. So it probably is not. I would bet you if you gave me money and said, well, our language is like shockingly French, okay, is like my understanding of it. But if you gave me like $10,000 and you told me to bet on how thou was pronounced, I would say like tu or tau or something like that. Almost certainly it's pronounced like toi, or it's pronounced however. So you'd have to go back in time, or I shouldn't say you have to go back in time, but you'd have to know. There's somebody probably has a good guess for how it's pronounced. But if I had to take a guess, I'd say it's probably pronounced similar to the way the French say toi, or tu, or whatever, right? Because in Spanish it's also tu. Well, our language is very French. Our language is very French. It's very French, very French. In fact, our language is actually, like, in some ways more French than it is German. Our language is shockingly French. Very, very French. Every aspect of our language is extremely French. There's nothing more French than English, I would say. Except for French. There's French and then there's English, and that's about as French as it gets outside of France. And like Quebec and stuff. Like the real, like if you like there's like a bunch of memes about Dutch nowadays, right? People are sharing all these Dutch memes where they're like, "Oh, Dutch isn't a real language," because there's like a small snippet of a sentence that is like legible to an English speaker, right? Like there's that one meme where it's like, "We have an in serious problem." We have an in serious problem, and it like looks really stupid because everyone's like, "Oh, lol," like that. We understand that in English, but if you look at any like large, complex Dutch sentence, with any degree of scrutiny, you find out almost immediately that it is completely incomprehensible in English. Okay, and the reason why is because of French. Absolutely, French is why Dutch is completely incomprehensible. Oh shoot, I'm dead. So I wouldn't say that our language is more French than Dutch, but because of French, our language is incomprehensible to Dutch, and vice versa. Also, why do I have the flame ring on? Why do I have the dumb flame ring on? Oh, the baguette. Mmm. Actually, I can't eat gluten, so that's not funny. Mmm, le delicious baguette. No, I don't know. But yeah, so if you look at most of the any word that has any sort of like substantive meaning is probably French. So like influence, right? That's a word that's pretty meaningful, right? Influence. To be influenced by something, very French. Very French. Very shockingly French. Very like comedically French. Comedically, probably very French. The word comedically is almost certainly French. It sounds very French to me. Comedically, apologetically, that sounds pretty French to me. Let's see, what's another word? Like a lot of nouns, right? Like beef. Beef is, I guess, very French, right? Wheat, beef, that's pretty French. I don't know about that one. That one might, maybe in German they say beef still. Yeah, oh, well, really, you speak German? Yeah. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, is that English is more like French than it is like German, basically. And, like, almost. Like, yes, there's lots of, like, dumb cognates between the two languages, but... You know what's so funny? There's, like, this song in Norwegian or something that I was listening to. And I was like, it was really interesting because there's a part where they say "forhikset." There's a word they use in the song that's "forhikset." Forhikset. And this, I'm going the wrong direction. What am I doing? This word "forhikset," it actually is a cognate with English. It is relevant to the English language. It's the word hex. That's where the word hex comes from. It's from this, or they have a similar origin. Forhikset. It means to bewitch. Right, but probably bewitch is French too, I suspect. Yeah, it's interesting. So it's like a great example where it's like, yes, like technically the word "forhikset." So it's like you're listening to this song and it's like, "Come on, hold me." It's like, "Come on, hold on to me," or something like that, right? And it's like really obvious that that's what she's saying. But at the same time, the actual substance of the song is completely you can't understand any of it as an English speaker. It doesn't make any sense to us. So there's like a whole slew of like really simple words that constitutes that overlap between Swedish and English, and then every other word is like completely different. Now, so supposedly, you can actually go back in time and you can de-Normanify. De-French our language, but you have to resurrect a bunch of dead words that don't exist anymore. But probably a lot of those words have cognates with Dutch and German and stuff. Ver. Oh, veritable? Wait, no. Imagine, because in German many words have "ver" at the start or something, and it sounds very similar to the start of the word you said. Or which word did I say? Sorry. Oh, verhexat? Oh, verhexat. Yeah, so that's Swedish. Yeah, so those, yeah, interesting. Yeah, verhexat. So that's like verkommen or something, right? Like in the same way that that's really interesting. Yeah, so in English that's a word hex. So like for example in Pokemon, if you play Pokemon in English, it's like the Hex Maniac. The sexy Hex Maniac that everyone loves, right? That's the word hex. But it means, oh shoot. Probably it's related, like, well, I can take a look at the word bewitch. That's probably French. That's probably very French. Let's take a look at it. Bewitch. I know this is like... So probably bewitches. English. Witch. Middle English from be thoroughly in witch. So what does the word witch come... Where does the word witch come from? Wicca. 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 Oh no, maybe that might come from German. What? That might actually be German. Never mind. Yeah. So that's crazy. Because I assume hex would be German and witch would be French, but I guess maybe witch is German. Or something. That's crazy. Whoa. See, this is a weird thing about English. And you know what's so funny? Is as an English speaker, this is invisible to us. Most of the time. Most English speakers don't know about any of this. Literally, I kid you not when I tell you, most English speakers don't know any of this. They don't know about this at all. This is completely invisible to them. For whatever reason. Hexen. Oh, the Hixot. Or what's it, what is it again? Sorry, I'm forgetting it actually somehow. Hixot. Hexen. The Hixot. Oh, okay, interesting. That is really interesting. I'm all about that. That is really, really fascinating. Hold up, I gotta eat some grass here. Ow. Ow, we did it again. Not, bro. Where is he? That's really interesting. See, I don't know what... I need to look up where the origin of witches is. Because it's Old English, but it's interesting because I don't know if there's a German word that's like Wisha or something. I don't know. It doesn't sound right. It sounds Latin to me, but I could be wrong. Oh shoot, I'm like dead here. Oop, come on. Oop. Shoot. Oh, come on. Oh, you no. Well, I gotta figure this out actually. That's a very interesting question. Wicca etymology. That sounds like it comes from Latin. Wicca. Wicca. From male sorcerer wizard. So the... Let's see here. Weech. So it's Old English. Oh, I guess enchantress. So enchantress would be very Middle English weech. From Old English weech, Witchen, Wiccan. Oh, okay. Wiccan. So it's the same root as wicked. Okay, it's there. I guess it's probably the same root as wicked or something. Because we compare Low German weekend to use witchcraft. Weaker, soothsayer. Okay, okay. So is it really the same origin as wicked then? Hold up, does it come from wicked? Yeah, okay, it is, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's in weaker. Okay, fair enough. So I guess enchantress would be to enchant. Okay, yeah, so enchant. Enchant is French, I guess. So okay, fair. Okay, that's fair enough. Enchant. See, I don't see. That's the thing is that you end up. See, I don't know. I can't tell necessarily. There's not. See, and that's the funny thing about Japanese is that in Japanese, you can actually tell whether or not it's Chinese or not. If you're a Japanese person, it's codified in the language. The distinguishment between, see, distinguish. There's another French word, probably, but the distinguishment between English and between Chinese and Japanese is actually really strong in Japanese. But in English, it's not. It's invisible. Well, it's the way the language was integrated is different. So the Chinese didn't conquer Japan, right? There was never a Chinese warlord who conquered Japan, right? Instead, what happened was the Japanese aristocracy imported Chinese, right? So the Japanese leadership said, we want Chinese because it's high status and it's cool, right? And so then they imported Chinese. Whereas in English, the Norman lord William the Conqueror invaded England and took it over, right? And so you have these Norman aristocrats who have to communicate to Anglo-Saxon peasants and Anglo-Saxon other lords, right? In the expectation, and so as they communicate, they have to find a way to communicate, right? Because they don't really speak each other's languages. And over time, the languages kind of merge, basically, right? Because you have lords, and they're communicated to in local terms, right? So to a certain extent, well, probably what's actually going on. My understanding is the French aristocrats continue to speak French for decades and for like hundreds of years. So for hundreds of years, the French aristocrats continued to speak French, and the commoners spoke primarily English, and their lexicon became increasingly French, and then eventually at some point, they did away with French in the highest levels. So for for hundreds of years, presumably, French was spoken as the official language of the aristocracy, but eventually that was phased out, and but the language of the common people was irrevocably changed by the inclusion of French. And so in Korea is the same example, where the Koreans were never conquered by a French speaking by a French aristocracy. The Koreans were never conquered by a Chinese speaking aristocracy, and so well, I don't know, actually. That's actually a good point. I don't know how Korean is integrated into China, or how Chinese is integrated into Korean. But my understanding is it's roughly similar to the way it's integrated into Japanese. And so there was never any need in Japanese for the kind of intimate integration between French and English that exists in modern English. But it's why English is so extremely French, and it's the entire range of differences. It's why, if you're presented with Dutch, it's like, oh, like this is probably I don't know. I'm not a German speaker, but my understanding is that Dutch and similar Dutch and like Scandinavian languages are more comprehensible. Shoot. But even like modern Spanish, in some cases, is more understandable than like German to me. But that varies too, because also that has like specific cultural references to modern America, right? Where Spanish is like very Spanish is like very culturally relevant to us right now, right? Because of the nature of the continent that we live on, right? So and like the idea that there's like lots of people in our country who speak Spanish, and so like we go to Mexican restaurants and that like influences and there's Spanish everywhere, right? So maybe that influences our perception of Spanish, right? So maybe it seems like Spanish is more like our language than it is. But to me it seems like French is easier to understand than German. But that could be an illusion, because in theory, French is only like 10 to 20% of our language, and German is more. So I don't know. But like, if I'm reading something in like French or Portuguese or something, and they're like central, I like understand they're talking about the middle, right? And oh shoot! Oh come on! Oh. We're gonna try this again. No. We're not doing this. We're gonna hold up. We're gonna pull out the stinky play. Here, we're gonna do the thing. We're gonna do the thing here. If I have to, we'll do this. We will do this if I have to. This does stink. I hate doing this, but we'll do it anyway. Flamberge, Crescent Axe, Great Axe. Why do I have all these axes all of a sudden? Well, we will do this. If this is gonna give me any more trouble, we're gonna do this. I am not above doing this exact thing. And let's just use warding on him.
Be careful. No, I had to make.
See, that's the thing about English, is that there's no languages that are like English at all. As far as I understand, I think English is very unique as far as languages go. It's like a very so I don't know what it's like. So you know, it's like in like India and Asian stuff, there are languages that are similar to other languages, but in English is very different, right? So I don't necessarily know what it's like for, like, I don't know how similar two languages can or can't be and be different, because my language is I think very different from most other languages, right? So the closest language to English that's still different is something called Jamaican Creole. So it's spoken in Jamaica, and it's supposedly very distinct from English. And supposedly it's a distinct language from English, but I can tell you right now that if I was subjected to it enough, I would understand it very easily. It would not actually be very difficult to understand if I was subjected to it enough. As far as I can tell, right? So I've heard Jamaican Creole. It's essentially English as far as I can tell, just with a lot of really specific vocabulary that is from like West Africa or something. But on a fundamental level, it's still very similar to English, as far as I can tell, based on my limited knowledge of the situation. And then there's no other language that is related to English, but as different, basically, in the whole world, as far as I know. There maybe in Africa or something, but even so, such a language would only be removed from English by about like 200 years at maximum. There'd be no reason for it to be more removed from English, because English language colonialism of Africa only took place, you know, like 200 years ago, right? So that would be the issue with that, potentially. Check another. Yes, that's the theory. Is it like in South Slavic? So languages like Bosnian and Serbian are apparently very similar to Russian. Stuff like that, right? And like Norwegian and Danish or something are relatively similar as well. Stuff like that. But there's no such analog to English, essentially, is what I'm saying. There, as far as I know. If there is one that I've not encountered. Of course, there's always people who speak very differently, right? But, gotta let the juice. Watch man-eaters be a problem. watch man-eaters be a problem. Watch man-eater somehow be a problem. Whatever. We're gonna pull out these stops, I guess. Oh, this stinks so bad. Oh, this stinks so bad. I don't like this. Whatever. This is what you gotta do. You gotta do it. Gotta pull out the... Gotta pull out the memes. Oh. Oh, I hate this so much. Oh, I hate this boss. What's up, man? How you doing? How are you doing, man? Fudge. Oh, 1 second. This freaking boss. Why is this like this is so crazy that this is the boss that gives me trouble. This is the boss that gives me problems. Oh, and the wording doesn't even work on that, does it? Oh, you. Yo, you. Warding doesn't even work on the magic attack. Oh, uh-oh. Speaking of which. Oh. I know, this boss is just unbelievable. There's nothing quite like it, is there? Nothing like the smell of man-eater in the morning, huh? Ow! Oh, come on! Oh, that's okay. Fair enough. Whatever. Well, no, you know what? No. I'm gonna do this the wrong way. I've decided I'm gonna do this the wrong way. I'm not gonna play any more games. I'm not gonna play. I know. L and I did fell off. It's true. There's no way around it. Literally, exactly. No. We're doing this the wrong way. I don't care what anyone says. We're gonna do this the wrong way. I'm gonna do this the only way a hustler knows how. I'm gonna do this the way the hustler knows how to do this. We're gonna do this the wrong way.
Normal, I had to make it.
This is the only way. The only way left to do this is the wrong way. I know, I do got this, absolutely. Which is why I'm doing things the wrong way. I'm gonna do this the wrong way, no matter what it takes. We're gonna run this the way that I know how. We're gonna use my technique to do this. Not somebody else's technique, but my technique. Also, I'm running out of grasses. Oh, wait, hold up. I need to get more grasses. Which I know is, like, such a shame. Also, we might actually not beat... I might not... Well, no, I probably will beat the game today, no matter what. Even if the stream has to go longer, I probably will beat the game today. Just so I don't have to, like, do, like, a 5-minute episode of this game. Or, like, a stream that only lasts, like, 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Let's just man up. We'll start by doing this. We'll start by doing that, and then what we'll do is we'll take this off and we'll put on Fragrant Ring. Where is it? Boom. Okay, this might help a little bit. This might give us a little bit of an edge. And then we'll just anti-magic field it for the man-eater, or for the goofball. Honestly, I should consider having anti-magic field on period until like the very end, because these enemies don't actually apparently they cannot cast spells while I have anti-magic field active, as long as they're within range, I think. So I should probably just have anti-magic field on just to punish them, and that might actually be a really smart play here. That might actually be like a really smart play here. But I just don't have enough stamina. I literally just don't have enough stamina to make what I'm doing work. Like I need to be able to hit them like 10 times in a row for that like melee strategy to be good. And honestly, it's not bad. Like, you absolutely could use Northern Regalia to beat the game, no problem. Like, I'm definitely not suggesting that isn't a real thing you could do. You think you're gonna get the Red Phantom? Probably not, though. Or as far as I know, I can't get a Red Phantom because this is on emulator. I haven't set up the server thing. As far as I know, I can't get a Red Phantom. That actually, honestly, I probably should do myself the favor and fight that boss with the Red Phantom at some point, but I haven't set that up. Oh. Because it's like in a whole other ball game if you get the yellow guy, if you get the evil one, or if you get the if you're getting like another player, that's like a whole other ball game. And I don't have the setup for that. That's not something I've considered at all. And also, I don't even know if it's like my soul level is like weirdly high too. I'm like a really high soul level too, so somebody would have to have a really high soul level to even match with me in matchmaking, assuming that the matchmaking works the same as it did on the PlayStation. So that's like another problem with it. Although I guess I could have fought. The main issue is I don't want to be stuck on him for like hours and hours. Just so I can like... Oh, whoops. Forgot how anti-magic field works. Uh-oh. Bad enough I'm stuck on this guy. Oh, come on, you. Don't do that to me. This could potentially be an issue, which I hate. Luckily, I can go buy some grasses after this. Where is he? This is like not even better than... This is literally worse than Fireball. Oh, he's buffed is what's going on here. Shoot. Yeah, I need to go back to Fireball after this, if this doesn't work. I think I've just like forgotten how to do this fight, or I got really distracted by the whole language thing. I just forgot how to do this. I'm pretty sure I can. If I don't do it this time, I'll have this set up next time for sure. A little pathetic that I've fought this boss this many times and he's like still a problem. Oh, still an issue. Look at that though. That hits like a truck actually. Wow, look at that. It's so cool. Out of my way. Frickin' weirdos. Shoot. Where is he? Come on. Shoot. Oh, come on. Where is it? Oh, come on. Didn't hit. No hit, huh? Oh, he's buffing. Shoot, 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 shoot. Come on. Come on, hit something. Wrong one. I want to kill the other one. This is like so stupid of me to have done things this way. Oh. Uh-oh. Okay, come on. Just give me the other one, please. Uh-oh. Okay, come on. Oh, yo, you. Wow. Okay. Oh, just. No, hold it. Okay. See, I'm just doing this wrong. I need to hit him with the fireball. If I just do fireball, I win. Like I have this. If I just do fireball, this is like so bad. This is just so bad. Basically, whatever. This is the last cycle, so big surprise that the hardest boss in the game is a problem. What a surprise. Whatever. We have a million of these things, so we may as well pop them. As long as I don't drop my world tendency too low. And I guess what I could do is I could do... If I'm really hurting bad...
I had to make...
Well, he does magic attacks, so I gotta be careful with this. But I could do this too. And we'll just stick with it, I think. Oh, because he was in the air, and so I had to like... And the other one's in front of him and stuff. There's like a... It's just really awkward. It's just like really dumb and awkward is what's going on. He's just like the positioning of them and stuff was like really dumb. And also, yeah, so I should have probably hit him with my weapon, yeah. But he was also in the air above the pit, so it's like there's no guarantee that that would have even worked. Kind of sad. I'm supposed to just like wreck this boss every time I fight it. You know, like that's kind of how it's supposed to be, but whatever. It's just, it happens that way. Gotta just suck it up. The problem is I'm running out of grasses, so I might actually have to come back, unfortunately. If I run out of grasses, it's like a huge problem. I know, it is. It really is. But boy, is it rough. Boy, is it rough. Let me tell you. Boy, is it hard to deal with. There's no shortcut, right? You know, that's what it comes down to, is there's no shortcut. There just ain't no shortcut. You gotta earn the whatever, you know? You gotta fight, you gotta push it to the limit. You gotta do what it takes. You gotta put in that work, or whatever. And you know, it's like we've been saving Stones of Ephemeral Eyes, we've been saving all these stuff. We've been saving all this stuff, and now it's time to use it. It's time to just go ham. And bring it down. And that's what it really comes down to. We gotta put in that effort. But the next couple bosses should be nice and easy. Oh, okay. Okay. Cool, got some spice there. Okay, I'm gonna play this right. We're gonna play this right. Alright, we're gonna use... Let's try this. Let's go all the way here. If I wanna go all the way, I gotta go all the way. I gotta pull out all the stops there. The problem with this is he does do magic damage. So if I get hit with a magic spell, it's like curtains for me instantly. And I could try... Yeah, whatever, we'll just go with this. We're just gonna slam him. Technically, if I'm in soul form, Oh, shoot. Oh, come on. Ow. There we go. Once the first one's dead, it gets a lot easier. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Gotta give me the old runaround, huh? Yeah, he's doing the old runaround, that's for sure. There we go. Lucky me. Okay, lucky me. There we go. We did it. That's good. That gets a lot easier. Uh-oh. Looks like goofs this up completely. Uh-oh. Nope. Oh, jeez. Because that will just, like, one-shot me if it hits me. Where is he? Cool. Fudge. Boom. Freaking did it, finally. Jeez. Finally. Whew, man. Man. Whew. Whew. Okay. I know, thank you, thank you. Thank you, but if it wasn't for your support, for your well wishes, we never would have done it. We couldn't have ever begun to have done it. It's only through the power of teamwork that we even killed that boss. Okay. Strength. In fact, actually, strength will be really good here too. So we can get a little more physical damage. I know, it's really great. Their fireball worked for me there. I don't know if, like, there probably is a more optimal way to do it with like light weapon and stuff, but I don't have the setup for that. I really highly doubt lava bow is a better setup. I think that's actually the it's a bitter pill to swallow. Especially considering, like, Fireball is optimal against Old Hero. But the reason why Fireball is optimal against Old Hero is because he kind of just, like, doesn't really do anything. You know? So it just ends up being optimal against him. Whereas, if Fireball's optimal against that boss, that's actually really bad. That's actually kind of, like, sad, actually. Because it's not really very effective, I think. Also, speaking of which, I should not be using this weapon against this Mind Flayer. I don't know what I'm doing. Hold up, we gotta switch to this. We need that. Much better. See, in most cases, you don't really need the Fire Dragon Halberd, and the mana regen is much nicer. But in this particular case, oh, I see. You'll notice it doesn't even hit that much harder. Like, it hits like modestly harder. And so, like, against old monk, it's actually worse, believe it or not. So we're actually going to switch back to phosphorescent pole for old monk. Because somehow it's actually worse. I don't know how. But somehow phosphorescent pole is better than... Oh, shoot. Oh, boy. Man. Wow, this last cycle is actually pretty crazy. Is it just, like, did they get really that much tankier? Or is this just like an illusion? Why does it seem like he's so much tankier? Because I think the Mind Flayer feels about the same. Yeah, I think it's about 6s. I think it's about the same. Fudge. Those chairs. Uh-oh. That's a roll catch. It's not really a roll catch. A roll catch would be if he hit me on the side. If he tried to get around me and I caught him there. He's like rolling right onto me, like right onto my hitbox, and so like that's why that's only capable of roll catching. Oh, so I'm really lucky I don't have to actually fight a guy for this. If I did, I would probably lose immediately without any kind of recourse. Boom. Go. Okay. We did it. Yellow Demon Soul, sweet. And now it's World 4, yeah? Okay, I don't think I need Red Hot Demon Souls for here. Or at least any more. What's this worth? Oh wow, it's actually worth a lot, jeez. Pop this one. Where is she? There she is. What is it? It's like so hard to level up now. It's like so unbelievably hard to level up now. I guess we can pop this one. And this one, maybe? No, we still need more. There we go, that should do it. Yeah, glad these runs are almost over, because I'm struggling to level up anymore. Okay, so we need Fireball for this next section. We need something, or no, we'll get Soul Air. We'll get Soul. We need Soul Ray for at some point, but not now. Soul Ray we can hold off till later. We only need Fireball for this next section. We need Fireball and we need Thieves Ring. What up, Satsuki? Excuse me, sir.
Come here.
Yes, yes, yes. You have a proposal for me. How generous of him. Ow. I need to grab grasses.
You got to.
Just. Oh. Okay, heal up. Yeah, but like I said, the shepherd's pie was so good. Like I had this absolutely delicious shepherd's pie. So, fire that ball. Yeah, oh yeah, the fireball's coming down the pipe. We're gonna blast these poor skeletons. They're not even gonna know what's gonna hit them. They literally, these skeletons are clueless to the, oh shoot, ow, to the blasting. Oh god. Apparently I'm clueless is what's really going on here. Shoot. Let's see if I can survive this. Oh, barely. Genius. What was I saying? What was I saying? I was saying something. What was it? So tonight I'm gonna have a mapo tofu. See, the thing is that mapo tofu usually has wheat flour in it, and I'm gluten intolerant. So what I need to do is I need to come up with a mapo tofu that that doesn't have gluten in it. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna. I can't wait, but that's okay. Don't worry. Feel free to leave and come back. No problem. You're not gonna catch any complaints out of me on that front. Oh. Okay. Okay. Now we just do the hop trick. Okay. Now time for everyone's favorite boss, the adjudicator. Oh shoot. Oh shoot, I haven't rescued Blige. I haven't rescued Blige. Oh shoot. That's actually really bad. Hopefully it's fine. Hopefully it's fine. Excuse me, Mr. Black Skeleton. Mr. Spooky Skeleton. I don't even need to fight you, do I? Am I just screwing around? Maybe a little. Okay. Yeah, Adjudicator. Everyone's favorite boss, the Adjudicator. Hello, sir. Okay. Actually, it was Fireball. Let's see what this does. Okay, see, not much. Not actually very impressive. Okay. 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 Where is it? Okay, cool. Okay, now we need lava, or we need Dragon Halberd. We can go back to the Nexus real fast, I guess. Is there another NPC that... Oh, I guess, Patches can, right? So if I just, I really don't want to have to save Patches here. Or I really don't want to get Patches here, but I think Patches can sell me grasses. There's a really good chance it won't matter. Actually. So maybe I just won't do it. I guess I can come back if I run out. But there's like a slight possibility that I die and I need grasses real bad. And if that happens, it's like a disaster. But I think it's fine. I think I don't need grasses that bad. Honestly. Because I have enough spices for this. Because I have what? I have 8. Okay, yeah, it's probably fine. Yeah, he does for sure. So if I have issues, I'll just go back to him. Oh shoot, I need Thieves Ring. This is really important. I need Thieves Ring here for the whole area, so I can chip these guys down. And I can heal. Well, my health pool, you know, it's like, I don't know. You bring up a good point though. That oh shoot. Oh come on. Ugh. You bring up a bit of a good point there. I don't know how I'm forgetting how to do these areas. I feel like I've done these areas really flawlessly recently, and it's only like this run through where I'm suddenly having issues. But whatever, we'll get there. We will get there. We will get there. I think I need to save that for the gold skeletons. I need to melee the regular ones. Cause like that's the thing. That's usually how it goes. Fudge! Oh shoot! I did it. Look at that. That was slick. That's the thing, right? Is it's like you kill one of those like silver skeletons in melee one time, and you're like, look at me, I'm so clever. I'm so smart that I killed this silver skeleton in melee. Look at how clever I am for killing this silver skeleton in melee, and it just like doesn't work consistently. You know? Like that's not how their AI is designed. You're not supposed to be able to range them consistently. You know? And so I need to just like give up on that pipe dream and just like hammer them. Except I think maybe like if they just do nothing. They're very wacky. Wacky is a good word, definitely. I love that word. That's a great word. Oh oh come on! Oh come on! Yo 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 yo. See that's really where the sausage is made right there. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if I were a better player, that's the sort of thing I should be doing. Like, if I were a better player, that's the sort of thing I could or should be doing. But because I'm such a lazy player, I try to just hit them before they hit me with a halberd. Or like just block them or something. Oh shoot. It's like usually, yeah. So honestly, I should probably just, yeah, I should just shield block them. What am I doing? Literally, I have this stupid big shield on my back. Just like hit him. Just let him have it. I don't even know what I'm doing at some point. Although that was pretty unfair. Yeah, it's just like, you know. Although it's so funny that they have that attack animation. It's oh shoot. They have that attack animation that specifically breaks shield guards. See, I don't know why. Like I swear Fireball works in this area. Like I don't know why I'm such a believer in Fireball here. Like I think maybe it's this. Maybe it's because this archer skeleton. Oh, but it just barely, yeah. See, they know. Those wacky game developers. There we go. See, there you go, right there. And now nothing can stop me. There we go. Okay, see, yeah, see, that's the trick, is that's usually my setup is a halberd. Is I just like nail them before they hit me. But like the timing on it is kind of tight. And now for these two, I just do this. Oh shoot, I'm out of juice. Oh. Oh, well, the problem with Adjudicator fire spells is if you're hitting him in the head, like the belly strategy is just so easy. So like I've done it by hitting him in the head so many times. The thing is that Fireball won't hit his head very consistently, so you can't use Fireball on him. Maybe you could use Flame Toss on him, but you cannot use Fireball on him. Because I've tried to use Fireball on him and it never works. Because the tracking, the missile tracking or something is just broken, and it just will never hit the head, basically. So if you like dodging the tongue, like you can do that, and I've done it plenty of times. Like that's like the classic way to do it is to like hit him with the bow and arrow, and be like, oh look at me, I'm so clever, I don't have to deal with him in melee. But like actually, once you learn him in melee, he's like a joke. That's the thing about him. Oh, I gotta continue. Well, because they will respawn. And the ghosts come back. Go. Go. I've done that. I've fought him in a range so many times though. I've done so many like bow setups, and it's honestly pretty fun. That's the funny thing about it is like, as much as easy it is to complain about it, it is actually kind of fun to do it with bow, like once or twice, you know, just because it's like kind of like wacky. But like as far as being optimal, never is fighting him at a range ever like good. Like if you, like the best way to fight him with a bow would be to get on the ground and hit his side, and then until he leans forward, and then to hit him with, and then to hit the bird with the bow that way. You know what I mean? Like that would be actually the optimal way to fight him. Oh shoot! Oh, it comes back. Okay. Hold up. See, that's why you got fire. Well, also use Fireball for the boss here too. That's the other thing. So I think Fireball is actually really good on the boss here too. And now we put on the Phosphorescent Pole while we're at it. Because this boss should be really easy, as long as we do it correctly. And then for the next boss, it's Soul Ray. Soul Ray, and then God, she's cute. Look at how cute my character is. She's just a huckleberry, ain't she? She's just a huckleberry, ain't she? Okay. Now, what are we doing? Oh yeah, this boss. Okay, grab the legendary hero soul. Okay, I need Thieves' Ring. That's actually really important. Oh. Honestly, I should... Well, no. So the reason why I can't fire him, or I can't hit him with... There's actually a reason I can't hit him with the one attack. And it's actually really simple, or I can't hit him with Firestorm, is because I don't want to... I don't want to have Firestorm attuned all the way up to him. I don't want to have to... Like, I know probably there's a way to do Ritual Path with Firestorm attuned. But being able to kill the gold skeletons with fireball is like really cool. Having fireball for those like handful of scenarios where it pays off is like really good. Like not essential by any means, not essential, but it is nice. I need to. One problem with this is I do actually have to dodge. If I just fought him in melee, I wouldn't have to. I don't think. Maybe it's my equipment? I don't know. Because I feel like he does eventually eventually catch on to the idea that I'm behind him, or that I'm firing at him. If I do it in But I hate that with the camera. I hate being under him though. Because he's like really awkward with the camera. Okay. Wait for him to do his deal. Boom. Boom. Cool. So there's another point of strength, I guess. Sweet. Okay. See, as a reward for such hard work, I take a sip of my water. Mmm, delicious water. This is, by the way, this stream is brought to you by water. I'm a big water. I'm in the pocket of big water, and they paid me to promote water on the stream.
Be careful. I had to make an
So like I'm taking money from water. I have to disclose that in my thing. This is sponsored by water. By like the water lobby, or like the concept of water or something. I don't know. I'm not sure which one I should go with. Should I go with this stream is like the big water, like some like multinational conglomerate that like sells water? I don't know, that fiction is kind of heavy. You know what I mean? Like it's absurdist, but if I flesh it out too much, it becomes like weird. Like the concept of there being like a water cartel or something is like funny, except that it's like true. That's the issue, is like it becomes a little too real at some point. Oh. Uh-oh. Get some darkmoon grass. Zap. 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 Oh, shoot. Half from grass. Oh. Boom. Wow, I got them all too. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, bring it on, pal. Bring it on, champ. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of you and your spikes. Okay, I lied, I am. I'm actually afraid of him and his spikes. I lied. Good for you. If I wasn't running out of grasses, I probably wouldn't be. But because I'm running out of grasses, I am afraid of his spikes. See, there goes all my half-moon grass. And I can't even hit him on this pass. Can't even hit him on this pass for some reason. Whatever, this is actually a good opportunity to do this. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what's up with that, because if you have a bow and arrow, you can hit him on that pass. But whatever, if you have spells, you can't hit him on the return pass when he's coming back the other way. I can only hit him on this pass right here. Okay, let's see if I can duck behind the rocks. Oh, shoot. Whatever, it's fine. He's dead. Cool. So hopefully that's another level up too. Yep, okay, cool. So we get it actually doesn't matter at this point. Because how much damage are we even gaining from this, right? Like, it's like, we look at phosphorescent pole. Yeah, it's like almost none. I'm essentially gaining almost no damage per point of strength here. In fact, I might be gaining less than 1. I mean, I guess we can check again here. Pretty miserable. Honestly, there's really... We could probably put our points into anything else, and it would be better off. Which is kind of sad. But we're almost to the soft cap, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, we didn't even gain a single point of damage there. I think I should have stopped at 30, probably. Probably where I goofed up there is I didn't stop at 30. Okay, now we need Ring of Spell Memory. Or Ring of Magical Nature. And then we need Firestorm and Flame Toss. What do I oh, Soul Ray. Okay, yeah, we unequip that. Or no, not Ignite. Firestorm and Flame Toss. So we're gonna use Flame Toss to get through the area, and then we kill him with the thing. Or then we kill the boss. We kill Leechmonger with Firestorm. And then same principle for the next guy. And then after this I take a shower. I hit the showers after this. That's what happens. It's like coach is like, okay boys, hit the showers. That's what happens after I'm done with my Dark Souls live stream. See, what I should have done is I should have taken a shower beforehand. Because I still gotta make food after this too. I guess I could just have some rice with some frickin' junk on it. Just take some junk out of the fridge and put it over some rice. Mmm. Take some of the Lao Ganma or whatever I got in my fridge. Sichuan chili crisp. Mmm, tasty. It's good stuff, actually. I really like it. Oh. So I need to go buy rice tomorrow, too. Why is locking on not working? Oh, there it goes. And you'll notice I can't two-shot those anymore. I don't know if I never was able to. I'm not sure. Oh, I love that. Gotta love the camera there. There's some grass. Like the worst kind, but okay. I mean, it's pretty crazy how Phosphorescent Pole has actually been really serviceable, all things considered. I think it's just because it's a halberd with a lot of magic damage. So I think mathematically it ends up being really good actually in a lot of scenarios, because the thing is that it does most of its damage is magic, and so it interacts with enemy defenses in a really weird way, where you end up getting a little more damage out of it than you probably should based on every other detail about it, right? And then it also has the weird wonky scaling. It's like mixed. It has like the wacky CES scaling. Like it's like CES or something really stupid. Yeah, it's CES. It's like really dumb. That's like really, really dumb. But the problem is its base damage is low enough that it doesn't really cash out super hardcore. Like if it had CES and it was honestly, I think the letters are just goofed up. Because I don't think that if I had a quality weapon that was CC, I would be getting more out of scaling than I am right now. Like, there's no way that this is the amount of scaling I'm getting on a CC, like, quality weapon. Like, I find that very hard to believe. I feel like that's just, like, not true. I don't know, maybe I just don't want to believe that. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe it is, and I just don't want, I just refuse to believe it. But I'm pretty sure that's not true. I need to look at the quality character, actually, after this, and look at it. Because I do think I would be getting more scaling. Although, to be fair, a quality character would have more base damage on it, too. Oh, yeah, we need to do this. Oh come, that one-shot me. That literally one-shot me. Okay, awesome. Awesome. That's just great. Okay, cool. Well, there you go. Oh, boy. That literally just one-shot me. As in, I fell down. I think I went from 100 to 0. In that one attack. There's New Game Plus. Dark Souls New Game Plus for you, right there. See, I should have known better. So we gotta go through this all again. We gotta run it back. See, I'm actually kind of relieved this is over. Not because, or this is the last episode, because the last stream of this. Because even though this has been a huge amount of fun, my patience is wearing a little tiny bit thin. I'm a little bit like, okay, we get the idea. And the funny thing is, I'm planning to stream this later at some point. So apparently I haven't gotten enough of my own suffering here. Oh shoot. Okay. Apparently I have not gotten enough of my own suffering here. But when I stream this game again, it's not going to be for a while. That's the thing. It's going to be a good long while until I stream this game again. It won't be just like, oh, tomorrow, more DS2. It's going to be a while. So, like, at some point, I do need to do all the games in New Game Plus. But I think for now, but I don't know. It's one of those situations where I could probably find a way to play these games like 10 more times, right? But I think I won't do that. I think I'm not going to do that at all. I think but I need to run them into the ground. Oh, this zone is a complete nightmare. This zone absolutely is a complete nightmare. There's no way around it. Honestly, this ladder up ahead is where the problem. If it wasn't for this ladder up ahead, this place would be actually relatively easy, I think. This is one of those areas where it's designed to be as annoying as possible, right? Like, it's designed to be as bad as possible. Absolutely, right. It's 100% designed to be as bad as possible. And yet the irony is that, like, for a character that's on top of it, it's really not that bad. No, well, that's only in the remaster. That's actually only in the remaster. That ring does not actually exist in the original game. Oh shoot. Good question. I wish that ring existed in this version of the game. The Prisoner's Chain in DS1, I think it's called. Yeah, that's actually only in the remaster, believe it or not. Can you believe that was not in the original version of this game? But that was in Dark Souls 1. There is that one in Dark Souls 1. It's the rusted ring or something, the rusty ring. I can't remember what it's called in DS1. I know, it is absolutely insane because the swamp, you literally cannot roll in it without it. So they literally just like ship this game where you can't roll in the swamp. It is actually really insane and completely deranged. Absolutely. Like, there's no way around it. It is very crazy. I got so lucky that I was able to even get through that area. That last area. I should just be grateful that I'm two-shotting these. If I wasn't, this would be so much worse. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like one of these like transitional games where it's like it's supposed to be like an old school. It makes sense. Like, it reminds me a lot of a lot of older school games or something. You know, like it kind of has like a weird old PC game kind of vibe to it. Which I guess fine, you know, for sure. But it's that kind of thing. Reminds me of like an Ultima game or something, like some kind of like Ultima Underworld or something. You know, I don't know. I don't like a puzzle-ish kind of. I don't know. Trying to think of what game does it remind me of? Well, I might actually just do this. Uh-oh. Go. No, there is PvP in this one, but only for the PlayStation. So I think now there's an emulator server for it, but only for the original PlayStation. There was PvP, yeah. I think I could even do it now, if I did the emulator right. But I haven't looked into that at all, actually. Yeah, because there's a bunch of multiplayer only spells. There's a bunch of like miracles and stuff that are multiplayer only. So those wouldn't do anything if there wasn't multiplayer. And there's also blue phantoms too. You can be a blue phantom too. So there's like co-op as well. So like I think that's so this is the so red eye soapstone. So there's the red eye stone, which is the red sign soapstone. One second. So like literally all the soapstones are here, but they're just called something different. So there's the blue eye stone is the white sign soapstone, and then the red eye stone is the red eye soapstone, and then the black eye stone is the red eye orb, and then the white eye stone is like just the return bell or whatever. Well, it's like that's a great example of what's wrong with this game, I guess. It's like that's really cool. That's a really cool weapon, but it's also like it like breaks your weapon. Like that's all it does. It's like a really terrible weapon, except that it does like durability damage. So it's like really tough to, like, I would feel like such a jerk like wielding that. You know what I mean? I would feel like such a jerk wielding that, but like I wouldn't. I don't know, because like the one NPC who has it is like so annoying. Like there's no other, like I don't think durability damage is like a thing in any other Souls game, you know? Like that's the only game where durability damage is like meta. That's true. No, I respect that. Like I see what you're coming from. But that's what I'm saying is like in what other Souls game is the meta breaking somebody's weapon? Like that's the issue with it. It's not that it's like inherently wrong. It's like I feel like that runs the risk of being the meta. You know what I mean? Like, oh, everyone has to run Scraping Spear from now on. And whoever breaks the enemy weapon is like the winner, you know? Like that's a totally different game than like Dark Souls. Or kind of, you know what I mean? Like that's the only issue. Is like if everyone is running Scraping Spear, then it's a problem. And if they're like really, really common, then it's like kind of a problem. Like that, like, but then again, if it's like a fringe strategy, then who cares, you know? So like, I get it, right? That's the crazy thing. That's kind of the inherent problem with it, is like a design principle. It's also useless in PvE, which does kind of suck. But I definitely see, yeah, like, no, it's like, well, that's the thing, is it is cool, though. It is totally cool, right? Like, it's like, oh, this is like a unique thing that you can do in this game, you know? So there's like not an easy answer. That's what's so crazy about it, is there's like just not an easy answer. Because it is really cool. It is actually really cool that they programmed that, you know what I mean? Like, they put that in the game, and it is really interesting. But it is also like very, very strange. Like, I think somebody, oh shoot. Like, I can see somebody being frustrated with that and being like, this is so lame, like, and like, I also don't want to be like, oh, they're wrong, you know what I mean? Like, I kind of get that a little bit. Why did that not kill? Oh, come on. Okay. Sweet. Sweet. Well, I need grasses real bad. No, but I definitely respect where you're coming from there, for sure. I don't actually mean like, oh, I wouldn't, like, I actually probably would use it, but I would feel bad. Yeah, well, that's exactly. So it's like sad, because it's like, what's even the point of it being in the game if nobody does it? That's the issue. Is like, something like that is like either too good or it's just like bad, and so like that's the problem with that kind of thing. But that's the issue, is it's like really cool, you know? Like, they put the effort of putting it into the game, and like, honestly, it probably does deserve like its time in the sun, you know? So there's like no easy answer. Like, it is a shame. Definitely. Like 100%. Okay. Level up again. Oh, I need like 1,000 more. Okay. More strength. Okay. Time for everyone's favorite part of the run. It's actually not that bad. We're making okay time here. And then it's just 4 more bosses. You're talking about insanity, I take it, right? Or madness or whatever? That one status effect? Because I've seen some Elden Ring stuff, but I haven't gotten like that crazy about it. See, when I was playing League of Legends, I've been playing for a long time. I played League of Legends. Oh, well, it's death. Okay. See, I don't know. Does insanity do something different? I don't know. When I played League of Legends for a long time, and there's like and I play like a sniper, and you know how like everyone says like snipers are overpowered. Well, it's like, so they nerf sniper like really hard. They nerf like the sniper character really hardcore, and so I get it. Like, I am that player who likes to do like the weird stuff, and so it's like ironic, where it's like I understand why people don't like that stuff. But yeah, you know. Like, League of Legends is a game about like being in melee all the time. Like, it's not. It's really a game that's mostly about how like melee champs are like it's weird. League of Legends is a weird game, actually. But you're not supposed to like hit people from off map. You're not supposed to just like, which is funny because the original Dota. My understanding is, probably next stream. So I'm probably gonna take a 2 or 3 days off from streaming, and then I'll be back, and I'll start DS1. Cause this I think is the last stream for Demon Souls. I'm not gonna do another stream, even if this stream has to go longer. But I think I will take a small break from streaming for like a day or two, at least. Depends on what I need to get done. I might do as few as like two days off. Yeah. So Dark Souls 1 is coming in hot. Dark Souls 1 is hella coming in hot. Make no mistake. Oh, I need Ring of Magical Nature. Well, we'll just run past. Boom. Drop down. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, and then I'll probably go to New Game Plus for Dark Souls 1. I'll go all the way to the end of New Game Plus. It should only take me like 40 hours. So there'll be, 15 streams or something. 2 or 3 weeks of streams, something like that. For Dark Souls 1. Just to let me catch up on the Demon Souls videos. Because I'm like way behind. Or I'm not that behind, but I'm pretty behind. Because I need to do 4 more Demon Souls videos. Or no, I need to do 3 more. I have to do 3 more Demon Souls videos, so I need a little extra time. And then on top of that, I want so I could go straight to Sekiro, like I was saying, but I want to like get over Sekiro a little bit. I'm kind of burned out on Sekiro because I've been playing it for months. I've been training myself how to play Sekiro for months and months, and I love the game. It's a truly great video game, but also I'm just like a tiny bit tired of it right now. So I think Dark Souls 1 is like a fun thing to do. And there's still some melon to thump on Dark Souls 1. And then like if I need to, I can play Dark Souls 3 too. That's gonna be a little more frustrating, but like I can do it. Oops, excuse me. But I don't know if that may or may not be in the near future. Because I kind of need to start working on Elden Ring. DS2 I'm sick of. I'm like really sick of for a while. DS2 was like a brutal nightmare. DS2, like getting all the way to New Game Plus in DS2 was a giant nightmare. That was like really horrible. I loved it. I loved every second of it, but it was still really horrible. Like it was still really, really, really awful. It took me like 4 or 5 times. Like I think my DS3 character, my DS1 character took like 30 hours to get to the end of New Game Plus, and my DS2 character and my DS3 character took 40 hours. So my DS2 character took 150 hours. It took 5 times as long as my other characters. It literally took me 5 times as long. Like I am so like temporarily done with that game. Like I love it so much. It's such a great video game. But like that was like brutal. Like it was so brutal. Going all the way to the end of New Game Plus in that game was a brutal nightmare. I might do a Deathless No Bonfire though. So like if I decide to play DS2 again, I may do Deathless No Bonfire again. I'm sure people will love that. So like that would be a reason to play it again. Because I think that's really fast. That's like 5 hours or something, 6 hours. So I could bang that out in 2 streams. Call it a day, yeah. Like that's not the worst idea in the world for sure. Come on. Go. So like, yeah, so probably I do like a shorter challenge. I wouldn't want to go all the way to New Game Plus again for a while. I think maybe at some point, I was thinking about that though. I could do New Game Plus spellcasting only. That's what I was thinking about, was spellcasting only. Like building a character just around spellcasting and then only casting like spells. Like beating the whole game that way. Because that's possible. It's not good, but it's possible. Some bosses would be harder than others. Like I think Ancient Dragon would be pretty tough. But a lot of bosses wouldn't be too bad. There's a way I could make that work. That does sound cool, I do agree, yeah. But like I said, I'm so burnt out on that game for a while that it's like not going to happen for a bit. Like I ran Dark Souls 2 into the ground. And I did love it. I loved like I said, I loved every second of it. It's a truly great video game. But I think for a bit it's off the list for a minute. Unless I like run out of things to do. Unless I need like a ton of time to work on Elden Ring or something, which might happen. It's definitely not impossible, especially in the near future. Like that's 100% something that could happen. No question about it. But I think once that's done, I'm going to be out of stuff to do for Dark Souls 2. I don't know if there's another thing I could do for Dark Souls 2. Except for like a repeat. Like Deathless No Bonfire. I love Deathless No Bonfire. And I honestly, people, like I don't think that many people are crazy about it, but like having a live stream up so that people could watch it, I think might help somebody. So like doing just like one more Deathless No Bonfire makes sense to me too. So there is stuff for Dark Souls 2, but it's not, because it's so long. Because it's so long, it's like really tough for me to think about. It's like a huge amount of effort to play. Oh shoot! It's like it ends up being a really huge amount of effort to play Dark Souls 2. There it is. Hold up. What if I just do this? Where is he? I love that camera, huh? The camera's tripping me out. Oh. There we go, yeah, there we go. Whew. That takes a load off my shoulders right there. Gotta love that. How you doing, dude? Not too bad. It's a nice day. Or it was a pretty okay day here in Salt Lake City. Nice and sunny. I didn't get out that much today, but you know, I got out a little bit. Other than that, I've been having fun. I've been a little bored lately, actually. I've been struggling to like find a game to play. But I started getting into Skyrim again. And so, and then I probably need to do Elden Ring though. I probably should do myself a favor and just like install Elden Ring like right now. And just like get into that. And if I did that, I'd probably be a lot happier or whatever. I don't know. I'm just like a little out of it, you know. I just need to like lock into a game. I was playing some Borderlands 1. The problem is I've been trying a lot of games out, and that's actually like really boring, you know. Like you need to like commit to a certain extent to a game and like decide which game you want to play instead of sitting there just like. I probably should play Oblivion Remastered at some point, yeah. It's definitely going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be in the near future, but it's definitely going to happen. Uh-oh. Go. Shoot. Oh, I think I missed it. Okay, that's fine. I think I goofed up there, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a great game. That's actually a truly legendary video game. A truly legendary video game. Like, it's... The worst thing I can say about it is that it's actually, like, too much. That's like the actual thing to say about it. It's actually like kind of too good of a video game. Like legitimately. We need... Let's do plague resistance here. Yeah, well it's not going to be easy. You got it, like it's designed very differently from other Dark Souls games. You really are expected to fight like every enemy in a lot of cases. Believe it or not. Not in every area. There's a lot of areas where you can kind of skip most enemies. But assume that the easiest way to solve an area is to fight every enemy in a lot of cases. Which is like a tough thing to be able to do. And there's literally one area in the game where they will force you to do that. If you try to skip the enemies, you will be punished really hardcore for it. In at least a handful of areas. So that's kind of the issue with Dark Souls 2. Yeah, that's exactly. You gotta get clever. You gotta be clever. It's a truly great video game. There's no way around it. It's just a very like, it's its own entire kind of thing. Is the thing about it. Oh, hey, no problem. Yeah, I'm proud of that video. I haven't seen it in a while. So I've been watching I watched my Oblivion videos through not that long ago, and that was really fascinating. But I haven't watched my Dark Souls 2 videos in a while. I made those like a long time ago actually, now that I think about it. So I haven't seen those in a while. Maybe I should go back through and watch those again actually.
Please, leave quietly.
Come on. There you go. I should probably go back through and watch those again. Oh, I'm in New Game Plus though. Like I know that I can cheese this boss with the lava bow, but like it's a lot harder in New Game Plus. Because she has like twice as much. She has like, at this point she has like 3 or 4 times as much HP, and like I don't do that much damage with the lava bow. Plus he's also worth a bunch of souls too, so it's like fine. I'm actually pretty good at fighting him on the main. The halberds are really broken. Just chip him down. Because his range is just short enough that he can't really do anything to me. There we go. Okay, now I just hit him with. Now I just kill her with Firestorm. So he's worth a good 78,000 souls, which is pretty good for a Red Phantom. Most NPCs aren't worth that much. That's like actually a pretty compelling amount. Because I'm going to be able to level up off of this now. I might have been able to without that, but it definitely helps a little tiny bit. Okay. Oh wow, the disease resistance ring really does its job, huh? Jeez. Go.
You are too cruel. You have abandoned us.
Boom.
Punishment.
Yes. Yes, the spell increases soul gain. It's a huge pain to work with though. Oh yeah, no, Red Phantoms are really hard. Yeah, Red Phantoms are really brutal. There's a lot there. Usually most of them have like 1 or 2 tricks. So if you're struggling with a Red Phantom, I can probably help you. Cuz you need each one has a trick. Is the thing about them, honestly. So if you want to know the trick for them, I can help you out with that. Just tell me which Red Phantom you're struggling with. Okay, now we go this. We need Flame Toss and Homing Soul Arrow.
Be careful. I had to make it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a little behind the curve here, but we should be fine. Oh yeah. That's a great example. So you either need to do like a ton of damage to him. So like halberds really help. So having a polearm really helps. Because you can outrange his melee attacks, but then also be close enough that he doesn't want to cast spells. But the real trick with him is anti-magic field. This miracle here, it slaughters him. He's essentially useless as long as you have this. And then there's also ways to cheese him. You can also like drop him off the cliff. But you got to be careful because if you drop him off the cliff and you die, you lose the charm. So you have to drop down the cliff really carefully if you're going to kill him by knocking him off the cliff. And then you can also cheese him with a bow and arrow too. So Thieves Ring. So if you have Thieves Ring, he doesn't aggro on you properly. And what you can do is you can like walk away from him. And then he'll de-aggro and walk back. Now he can heal himself, so you gotta be careful with that, but with a bow, you can also cheese him with Thieves Ring and a bow and arrow. Absolutely. And I've done that at least once. But you need good damage. You need a setup that actually does good damage though for that to really work. You need like a quality bow or something, or like a sticky bow. Like a well upgraded like sticky bow or quality bow or something. Oh yeah, so shield block him. Yeah, you just shield block him. Just block him with a shield. Polearm also helps too. The thing about all these bosses is that a polearm really helps. They're so weak to polearms. I think polearms would be bad against real players because they dodge it really well. But most of these guys, most of these NPCs struggle to deal with polearms. So like if you're really struggling with them, polearms really help. Like a halberd or a war scythe. Halberd, war scythe, Murden hammer, and then phosphorescent pole. Those are the 4, and they're all really broken. Every halberd in the game is like broken, 100%. Which is good because I love halberds. They're like my favorite weapon type in these games. So I'm pretty happy when they're broken, to be honest. It feels good. I love halberds. They're my favorite weapon type. By far. Probably in the whole series, actually, believe it or not. I think twin blades are pretty cool, too. But I think probably my favorite weapon type in the whole series is a halberd. And they're actually really good. I think only in Dark Souls 2 are they actually kind of bad. But even in Dark Souls 2, they're pretty good, too, actually. Like they're just really feast or famine in Dark Souls 2. But if you're good with them and you're prepared to deal with the fact that they're feast or famine, they are really fun. So I think halberds are probably my favorite weapon type in the whole series. That's the thing about Dark Souls 2 is it's so weird. Like it's like actually different from the rest of the games. So it's like tough to like get a beat on it. But you can use halberds in Dark Souls 2. It's probably my least used weapon class, but there's some pretty good ones. Roaring halberd, or oh shoot, what are you doing? Okay, cool. Got him. Roaring halberd's really cool. Oh shoot. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the first thing I noticed too. I'm like looking at it, I'm like, why is the strength requirement so high? Like, and they're really heavy too. It's like 5. It weighs like 5. So it's like really tough to justify. There he is. Okay. It's like really tough to justify. Because it just weighs so much. Absolutely. Like, there's no way around it. Absolutely. It's like comedically difficult to justify. But by the same token, they are pretty fun. It's actually a pretty good weapon type because they have good range, and that like actually kind of matters in this game. And you get the thrust on the R1. Not that that really matters, but like the other problem with them is they consume a lot of stamina though. But it's definitely a really good weapon type in this game. I think it's better than clubs. I think the problem with Dark Souls 3 is that like a katana really isn't better than like a mace. Honestly, like it's not really. Oh shoot! Oh god. I think in Dark Souls 3, like the extra range like just doesn't matter enough for it to be like a really good weapon. And I think Dark Souls 1 has a similar kind of problem, where that extra little bit of range just doesn't matter, honestly. But I think in this game it matters actually like a meaningful amount. I think in Dark Souls 2 they're actually not bad either. Oh shoot! I think actually, ironically, in Dark Souls 2 they're actually pretty okay as well. Okay, hold up. I'm just gonna bust this out. Yeah, it's super fun. I love Halberd in DS1. The only problem is like the scaling is wonky, but like it's still so good. Like honestly, it's actually a really well balanced weapon because the scaling is wonky and weird, but it's so strong anyway that it like is like fun. Shoot. Oh good. Oh good. There we go. Jeez. This crossbowing people. Unbelievable, right? That was like a huge mess. It was just absolutely horrible. It was just a giant mess. Oh. Like an absolutely giant mess. Just like unbelievably bad. I should have just like sniped them with a bow and arrow or something. Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, I could have hit them with a bow and arrow, yeah. There's definitely ways I could have done that smarter. But I think I've just gotten lucky. Oh, shoot, speaking of which. There's like 2 more at the top of this. Yeah, probably the DS1 Halberd is like my favorite version of it. It's pretty crazy. Although this Demon Souls version is really insane too. Because you just like wreck shield guards like instantly. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Like I'm just like if that guy tries to block me, I just like obliterate him immediately. There's like nothing you can do about it. If he tries to block me. Oh. Boom. It's like, and then the damage is just so good. The damage is just so good is the crazy thing about it. Ooh, that's a good question. Well, let's see. So a second warp sword. Here's the thing about Dark Souls 2. Okay, about curved swords. Let me take a look at the list here. So it depends. If you're doing an elemental infusion. Oh shoot! Shoot! 1 second. Sorry. I'll answer that in a second. I didn't realize this guy was active. If you're doing an elemental infusion, you don't want to use a falchion. But if you're not doing an elemental infusion, a falchion. Falchion is so good. Falchion is like really, really, really good. Hold on, let me take a look at a list real fast here. Or maybe not actually. I'll take a quick look. This stream's probably gonna have to go longer than usual by a little bit, but let me take a look here. So the falchion, so if you're like I said, if you're not elementally infusing, falchion's really broken. Falchion is like really, really, really broken. If you are elementally infusing, warp sword's really good, and then like, yeah, warp sword for elemental infusion, or you can just use a scimitar. A scimitar is fine. It's not really very good, but it's good enough. But definitely, like, falchion is really good. Falchion is super underrated. If you're not elementally infusing. If you're elementally infusing, it's bad. Because it's a bleed weapon, so it has innate bleed. And so if you try to elementally infuse it, it just does no damage. It just, like, loses a bunch of damage. Right, so there's, that's part of the reason why Ice Rapier is so broken. Is because you can elementally infuse it, and it doesn't lose damage, even though it's bleed. It's, like, really just, like, dumb and unfair. Now, falchion will lose damage, but it's also, if you're not elementally infusing it, it's really awesome. Oh, Faith. Yeah, it's Faith in this game, or in Dark Souls 2. So, like, if you're, and to be fair, and the thing is, it's elementally infusing is optimal, but you don't have to do it. And there's like there are incentives to not doing it, and like the falchion is one of them. So if you want to have like a super fun weapon that's like very underrated, the falchion, 100%. It's one of my favorite weapons in the game. Actually, despite the fact that it's not very good because of elemental infusions, at least for New Game Plus. If you're trying to do like a New Game Plus character, it's gonna struggle. Ow! Why did that go through walls? Yeah, no problem. Oh yeah, you go falchion. Go falchion. Just do yourself a favor and go falchion. You won't regret it, I promise. And you can power stance him. You can power stance it with arc sword or whatever. I think the strength requirement. Check the strength requirements though. Make sure you have the strength to power stance. But yeah, I highly recommend it. Definitely. Power stancing falchions was so much fun. Oh, Great Curse Sword? There's only like 2, right? There's literally only like the 1, right? Or it's literally just the 1, I think. Am I wrong? Or is there multiple that I just don't know about? I thought it was literally just 1. There's literally only 1 in the whole game, right? Do I not know? DS1, right? I thought there was only the 1. Oh yeah, it's basically Murakumo. Like Gravelord Greatsword is okay, but like honestly, Murakumo is the only viable one. The other 2 were memes. I wouldn't worry about the other 2 at all. It's like just Murakumo, as far as I can tell. Well, the Gravelord Greatsword is okay if you're doing a no stats build, but it's like kind of heavy for what you get. It's like not even that good on of its own merits. It's cool. It's a cool weapon, but it's like hard to get, and it's kind of heavy, and the damage is like it's fine. The damage is actually not bad at all. And then but if you're like assuming your plan is to like do just like an insane amount of damage, you have to go Murakumo. I think I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Because I don't think I've ever actually used Gravelord Greatsword. So that's one of those things where I should have used Gravelet Greatsword in one of my videos, but I just didn't. There was like a window where I needed to like test that weapon out, and I just didn't for whatever reason. So actually, I don't know what I'm talking about for Gravelet Greatsword, but I do know that Murakumo is pretty good. Murakumo is pretty good actually. It's not like the best weapon in the game, but it like the scaling on it is high enough, and the moveset is good enough that you can really get a lot done with Murakumo. I'm a huge fan of the Murakumo personally. I think it just does bad damage is the problem. So the issue with it is that it's like a meme. It regenerates HP per hit, but it's like a total meme. It's also really heavy, and the stat requirements are really weird too. It like requires like a weird amount of strength. It requires a weird amount of strength, and it requires like it's just weird. It's not that it's bad per se. Like you can totally beat the game with it, no problem. I'm sure. But like it has a lot wrong with it for a weapon that's like a gimmick weapon. I think the moveset isn't very good. Well, no, I can't remember if the moveset's the same or not. That's a weapon I haven't messed around with much either, because I saw the stat requirements and I instantly was like, oh god. But I've done Murakumo characters. I did a Murakumo character a long time ago, and that was really fun. That was really good. Curved greatswords are not my favorite class of weapons in these games. I've messed around with, probably in DS2 is the one I've messed around the most with. And there's a pretty okay curved greatsword in DS3 that I played around with. But like usually what ends up happening for a lot of these weapons is I notice there's like a big flaw with them, and then their movesets don't click. And so I'm like, eh, whatever, right? And that's usually what happens for a lot of weapons with me. Is I'll like look at a weapon and I'll try it out one time, and the moveset just like will not click. And that's usually how it how it doesn't work or whatever. That's usually what the issue ends up being. So, like, to be fair, I'm probably leaving money on the table for some of these weapons. Some of these weapons are probably better than I think they are, but... Oh, is there one? Okay. The Farron Keep NPC. I'm trying to remember which one you're talking about. Do you mean the one that's Covenant? Do you mean the Covenant reward one, or is there another one that I don't know about? Oh yeah, no, that one's good. Yeah, that's the good one. No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the Exile Greatsword. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one that's like actually really good. Because of you can lock people up with the powers, or with the L2 or whatever. Yeah, but range isn't as important in DS2 or in DS3. Range like is not anywhere near as important in DS3. Yeah, so you can get away with that in DS3. I think range is like range is really good in every game except DS3, where I think range like doesn't matter for whatever reason. Like it's like the best weapon one of the best weapons in the game is the dagger. Like just full blown straight up the best weapon, like one of the best weapons in DS3 is the dagger. And so like generally range, like I don't think range is as important in DS3, basically. So like I think that weapon ends up like ordinarily a weapon like that would be really terrible because of the range. And there's like a lot of weapons with really good range that are also really terrible. Like I'm not super crazy about Fume Knight Ultra Greatsword and stuff in that game. Like I think it's fine, but I think it's not as good as it could be. Oh really? Interesting. That'll be really cool. No, I know Elden Ring. Yeah, I know Elden Ring will be different. At least it'll be interesting for sure. So I mean, I'm looking forward to it. That's for sure. Okay. And then we'll kill a lot today, no matter what. See, that's the problem is that I know Elden Ring is like so complicated. Like, there's like a whole bunch of new stuff. Oh yeah, no, it'll be awesome when I get into it, for sure. There's no way around that. Shoot. I did it, wow. I got it just in time. Okay, we'll go back to Nexus. I think I need this, or no. Don't I need Soul? I need Soul Ray. Yes, that's the thing, is I know for a fact that it's going to be really interesting. But it is also going to be more complicated than any game before it. And I do know that. I do absolutely know that.
Be careful. No, I had to make
That's the issue, is I know that for a fact. It's going to be like really... Oh, wait, no. I jumped the gun. I need these spells. I need Homing Soul Arrow and Soul Ray, yeah.
Be careful. No, I had to make it.
Because I have to kill the red phantoms. Gotta kill the dumb red phantoms. Oh. But I am excited. I am really excited to get into Elden Ring. It's one of those things where I should have gotten into Elden Ring a lot sooner. I don't know why I haven't. It's just one of those things, you know? I think I'm a cheapskate, you know? Like, I didn't want to buy the DLC for a while. And it still hasn't gone on sale. Like, you still can't get the DLC for cheap. Which annoys me. Because I have to buy it for full price, which is, like, fine. Who cares? Oh, shoot. Ow, he's gonna wreck me. Oh, he's gonna absolutely obliterate me. There we go. Oh, I don't have enough. Whatever. It's fine. Now we go back and we level up here. I think at this point I'm out of places to put stat points. Like, I'm just actually out of places to put stat points, right? Strength, magic, faith. Yeah, I'm out of strength. I guess I just go endurance at this point. How much extra damage do I have on the staff? 29, okay. Whatever. Well, we'll go Soul Arrow here for this. And then we'll toss these out in a minute. Or wait a minute. Whatever, it's fine. I think what I need to do is I should go Crisp Blade. I should go Crisp Blade here and then one-shot these, probably. But it's fine. It's totally fine. Okay. Sweet. Okay, we're in the home stretch here. Come on. You know what? That's fine. There we go. Oh, not quite enough. That's fine. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. That was actually really weird. That was like actually really weird. I was like actually like amazed. What's so funny is if you try to do like holding back a bow shot like that in real life is really hard. So the idea that somebody could just stand there and like have a bow held like that is like insane. In like real life, that would be very difficult to do in real life. Like that is, you are exerting a huge amount of force, a huge amount of energy to hold that bow like that. And so like the idea that you can just hold your shot like that is ridiculous. Makes no sense. Especially for a bow that's supposed to be really strong. Right? Like you gotta be able to actually, you know, draw that bow and fire it. I don't know, maybe it's magic or something, I don't know. I don't know. But I think that's a white bow. I think that's the white bow too. So it's like supposed to be like a really crappy bow. Actually, like a bow that requires extreme amounts of strength and, you know, whatever. So I mean that's pretty, you know, typical. You know, video game stuff. Just typical video game nonsense. Go figure. You know, but then I mean, you know, I'm the one shooting fireballs, so what do I, you know, what's my right to complain? What possible right do I have to complain about that kind of thing when I'm the one shooting out fireballs? Oh shoot. Okay, well, whatever. Gotta do this. There we go. These were some grasses too. Oh shoot. Okay, it's fine. Oop. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, that's actually really smooth. That's been an issue for a lot of these runs, actually, that section. Okay, pretty typical dragon. Oh boy. Oh boy, we're gonna be here for a while. Shoot. I should just bust out the bow and arrow for this. I know, I gotta, honestly, at this point, well, I'm not gonna spend, I have no more souls. So honestly, well, I don't have the, fudge. I might actually just skip Blue Dragon. Because I'm out of soul, I don't need the souls anymore. This character's like done, so I think I'm just gonna skip Blue Dragon. If you guys will forgive me for skipping the Blue Dragon. Because I like, the reason I do it every time is because I want the souls. But I think at this point the souls are... Yeah, thanks. I think at this point I don't need any more souls. I think this is the point where we're out of the need for souls. Like the need for souls has passed. Oh, that was so... Oh, shoot. No! No! Oh, no. I did that wrong. Oh, I did that wrong. I was like, oh, I did it just barely right. But no, I did that wrong. I unfortunately did that wrong. Okay, whatever. 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 Oh, we'll just go through the process again. Go. Ow. Where is he? I can't see. Okay, there he is. Go. Cool. Okay. Wait for the red dragon to kill the guy. Or wait for the red dragon to kill the guy. Try us again. So unbelievably ridiculous. Okay, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Apparently I don't know how to do this. This is the problem with it. Well, I mean, you know, whatever, right? Whatever, right? I don't know. I guess what I do at this point is I just do this. I know. Well, I'm just not timing it correctly. Like, I should just, like, fight him or something. I don't know. Whatever. You know, wait a minute. Don't I have a ton of strength? Don't I have, like, a ridiculous amount of strength? What if I just did this? Or no, I don't think it works. Unfortunately. Like, I think it actually does not work. Unfortunately, because, like, it's... I don't know. Whatever. We'll just ignore that. Ow. Go. See, I don't know how I timed that one wrong. Boom. Whatever, I need the grasses anyway, a little tiny bit, like, maybe? I don't know how I did this one wrong. Oh, come on. Yeah, see, that's how they get you. That's how they get you right there. That's how they get you right there. I'm like done. Sorry. I need to like get this done right. I'm like, it's like stream is supposed to end like 5 minutes ago or something. So I'm like, let's get this done with, and then it's like I goof it up completely. Stupid blue dragon. Honestly, the dragons are why this game is the problem with this game. Nope. Why? No! Oh gosh. See, I'm like positioned wrong for that. If only I had gotten past blue dragon the first time. Considering I did a pretty bang up job actually. But there you go. There's life for you. It's just the way it is, unfortunately. We gotta move on. Gotta carry on. Despite the hardship. Or whatever. Despite whatever is going on. This is it. This is the final countdown. It's the final countdown. That's what's going on. We literally have this one, only this last moment. So I guess we may as well savor it. I do got this. That's actually. Except the blue dragon sucks. That's the only thing. Blue dragon does suck. And there's no way around that. It's unfortunate. Oh shoot. Uh-oh. Blue dragon does stink though. Come on. Okay. Sweet. Okay. Okay. You know what I can do? Yeah, try casting a fireball at me now. Frickin' fat official. Okay. Run, run, run. Yep. Oh, come on. Why? Let's actually try the shield. I'm gonna try the shield actually. See, this is why. Well, I don't know. Whatever. The problem is I goofed it up on the part where, even if I had shot the blue dragon a bunch of times, this would still be an issue because. Oh, come on. This would still be a problem because I died in the part where I died right before you get to under the blue dragon's snout. So, and I've done a really good job on that up until this point. I've done like a really, really good job at this up until this point. Although to be fair, I think this first one is like the dumb one. This first one is the one that makes no sense. There's like no good setup for this first setup or for this first pass by him. Uh-oh. Which is like the issue with it. So maybe we can try the purple flame shield here. Uh-oh. He's doing weird something weird. Oh shoot. There we go. That covers that. Yeah, I'll go cook a big old pot of rice after this and just eat that for dinner. Take a shower. Come on. Boom. Okay, let's try this purple flame shield out. I have the strength for it, so we may as well. My fear is that it won't work. And I need to be able to attune whatever it's called. Where is it? Oh. It's not gonna work, right? Watch. Oh, it did work! Oh! Oh, except for the fat official. It worked really good. It worked really stupid good, actually. That was actually, like, kind of shockingly good. I'm like, I don't know. I wanna try the run pass setup here. For those ones. This is like so dumb. And see, this is why now you know why I always kill Blue Dragon. It's like not only is he worth a bunch of souls, but I don't have to deal with this crap. I can't believe I got past him and then I biffed it. Right. Oh shoot. Well. Can I just say? Can you guys just take my word for it that I that I killed a lot? Okay. Can you guys just take my word for it? Just assume that the answer is yes, that I killed a lot. No, probably not, huh? This is, well, I mean, this is something. This is something, all right. That's for sure. I mean, we're getting grasses, so you know, complain harder about our grasses. The grass situation is at least remedied. There's only one boss left, so that barely matters, but there we go. Well, it doesn't really matter. I guess I'll do the save ending. It actually doesn't matter at all, so I guess we'll do the save ending. I didn't think about that, actually. Oh, come on. There's no good setup for this. There's like no good setup for this. It's so dumb. Why is there no good setup for that? I don't understand why there's no good setup for that. There should be a setup for that, right? I guess I just have to use Purple Flame Shield. Never mind. I'm just gonna have to use Purple Flame Shield. I just literally have to. Otherwise it can't be done. There's just no setup for it, I guess. I'm not even convinced that even Purple Flame Shield's even actually gonna work. We'll try. Oh boy. Okay. Well. I'm not even afraid of a Launt either. You know what? Actually, no. Wait a minute. What do I have? Oh, I only have 21 Old Spice. Uh-oh. I'm running out of spice too. Shoot. Whatever, we'll give this another shot or two. If I wasn't running out of spice, this would be a lot. I could maybe just like spell cast. Honestly, I should probably just do it the way I normally do it instead of trying to do it this way. Because at some point I'm just costing myself more time than I'm saving. By just not killing the blue dragon. See, it's like if only he wasn't worth souls. This wouldn't be my only setup. If only the blue dragons just weren't worth souls, this would not be my only setup. But because the blue dragons were souls, and a mountain of them too. I know. Well, I'll try this one more time. The problem is I would need to buy more spices to kill the dragon. I can't just kill the dragon. I need more spices to do that. Uh-oh. I need hella more spices to kill the dragon. So I can't. What we'll do is we'll do purple flame shield. We may as well learn something for once in our lives. So okay, we got this. Oh, you know what we need to do first? Oh, I don't. Well, the actual dragon side is just to kill him. I don't know what the technical dragon strat is. Oh, okay, that didn't work. I might actually just kill him, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. I actually might just kill him. Because I don't know. No, there must be a consistent setup, right? Maybe I just need to give it another shot. There must be a consistent setup, right? Because I have a consistent setup for the second half. Because you have to have a consistent setup for the second half. Because, I think I'm not forward enough. I think I need to be, like, right in the middle of his. I think I need to be, like, way closer than I think I need to be. Well, it depends. I mean, like, what are you doing with it? Because in reality, you don't need more than, like, 20. It depends on how much attunement you need. If you need 0 attunement... Okay, so if your character isn't casting any spells at all, you need, like, 30. If your character is casting... if your character is casting a ton of spells, you only need, like, 20, but you need attunement. So, like... because they add up together, right? But I like to go more than I like to have a bunch. Like, technically you don't need any, right? Technically. But, like, my opinion is... Oh, shoot. My opinion is it's one of those stats you can bring to 40 and it's not going to kill you under any circumstances. Like, it's probably... Having like 40 ADP... You have to look at the... first off, you have to look at the agility breakpoints. Okay, you have to look at the table online because agility tells you nothing. You just have to know where the agility breakpoints are. But, like, an agility of 105 is really good, okay? And then a agility of 111, or I can't remember if it's 111 or something else. But, like, some people say you don't need agility more than... A lot of people say that the agility, the maximum amount of agility you need is only like the maximum amount of... Okay, I think I did it. Oh, I did it. Okay, cool. Some people say... Well, I'll take a look. Let me look at the chart real quick. Let me look at the chart really fast. What's the, Okay, so the minimum you want is 100. So yeah, you only need, like, whatever gets you to, like, 105 is really good, I would say. Having 105 agility is really good. You honestly don't need more, so the conventional wisdom is you don't need more than, like, 96 or 99. But my opinion is 105 is a good place to stop. Because if you have less than 100, because at 100 agility, your item speed is maximized. What if you get 99? Oh, 99 ADP can be okay, but you need a lot of attunement to make that work. Because, like, what happens is the way that agility works, you need 99 attunement and 99 adaptability. But if you have both, it's actually pretty good. If you just like straight up have both, it's actually pretty decent. Oh shoot! Oh, I was in the wrong spot. No, no. Hold up. I think I have this set up here though. Whatever. That was like really dumb of me, actually. That was like really dumb of me. Like just 100% that was my fault. But I think I'll get it this time, probably. I think there is a setup for this. If you didn't have to do 99 attunement, 99 ADP would actually be really good, I think. The big issue with 99 ADP is you also need 99 attunement, but or otherwise it doesn't do anything. Because it's all about your agility interval. And so you don't need more than X agility, than a certain amount of agility. So the ideal amount, so my recommendation, like I said, is to have 105 agility. So I don't know exactly how much ADP that actually is. Oh shoot. I actually don't know how much ADP that is the thing. But you don't, like, that much is really good. 105. Because also, at 100 ADP, at 100 agility, your item use speed goes up too. So you use items like 20% faster. No. 40 dex is, or it's for that game. There's a breakpoint at 40 dex and there's a breakpoint at 60. So the first soft cap is 40 and the second soft cap is 60. Well, actually, that's not true. The first soft cap is like 20 or 25 or something, and then the second soft cap is 40, and then the third soft cap is 60. Okay, we're gonna be right behind this pillar. Okay, I think I can do this. Okay, cool. Yeah, so like for your offensive stats, I wouldn't like. It depends. I wouldn't go. I would have some more HP before I went all the way to 60 dex. Generally, that's my opinion. Yes, I know. Thank you. Oh shoot, come on! I did it wrong again! Why did I do it wrong again? I thought the pillar was... okay. It's really stupid. I gotta do it again. But I have this set up. I know. It's like really stupid. I'm like standing too close. Because the stupid dragon is just so annoying. I'm standing like way too close. Shoot. Uh-oh. Yeah, see, even if I kill the dragon, I still have to go through the second pass. So, like, it doesn't actually save any time. Whatever. More grasses, I guess. Who cares? See, I'm like testing a new setup like right now. I'm like, oh, if I stand next to this pillar, it's fine. So this pillar is the setup for this one, though. Shoot. Okay, cool. I did it. Awesome. What a jerk. Okay, where is it? So it's not here. think I can get this close? Yes, I can. Okay, cool. Yeah, we book it. Yep, there it goes. Okay, now we just gotta kill what's-his-face. And we just gotta kill these next two. I know, finally. After just like a billion trillion years. Sweet, okay, kid's dead. Now it's time. Oh, let's hope I get this right, okay. If only Man-Eaters hadn't taken me so long. So, like I said, for ADP, okay, whenever you put points in ADP, you need to look at agility. You need to look at the stat called agility in your character menu, and you want an agility of 105. Okay, don't just look at ADP. Look at agility. Okay, the breakpoints are like 96, and then like 105 or something. So like the one you want is 105 basically, and then you can go more. There are breakpoints past that are good too. But 105 is what I recommend. Yeah, no problem. No problem. And that will really, I promise that's 100% worth it. 105. Like any other stat, like having like 20 vigor is like maybe about as good or something. And that's like it. Nope. Shoot. Do the thing, please. There we go. Yeah, do that. Do that, please. Thank you. Oh, come on. There we go. Ev, do that, please. We'll go for the good ending this time. So we're gonna goof this up catastrophically. There it goes. That's it. Not even. I don't even need a soul thirst here. Whew. Yeah, if you do it right, it's not that bad. It really is not that bad if you do it right. The DLCs are tougher in my opinion, though. So don't get too cocky, I guess. But I know.
If it is to be.
Hey, you know what? We'll come back to Demon Souls. That's for sure. Demon Souls is happening again in the future. Not tomorrow. Not and I'm probably not gonna stream for a couple other days. For a couple more days. I'm not sure when I am gonna stream next. Oh, well, we'll look at this later. But it's not gonna be for a couple days at least. So we're looking at like Sunday of next week. Probably I'll stream. Or maybe like Friday or Thursday, Friday this week. Because what's today? See, I don't even know. Yeah, DS1 will be fun. DS1 will be a lot of fun. That's for sure. I'll enjoy it, that's for sure. And we'll get the good ending for once too, since I don't need the souls anymore. Yeah, I love DS1. It's so good. It'll only take me like 40 hours too. And then we'll look at the playtime for this character before we end. But I'm excited to, you know, it's been fun. It's been a process. It's been a beautiful process that has. Oh, I forgot about the super boss. I forgot about the actual final boss of the game.
Surely you have seen for yourself.
Huh.
But faith poisoned. God is merciful. So created the one. The one will feed upon our souls and put an end to our veil of existence.
Forgot about this guy. Okay. Moment of silence for everyone's favorite character, King alive. Moment of silence.
Don't you understand? No one wishes to go on.
Cool. Yes, it's the weirdest boss in the game. It's like one of the weird things about this game. Yes. How he does nothing. Yes. He literally, and like there's no trick to him. He just does nothing. Absolutely. If he hits me, he takes like you know, 20% of my health or something. It's like one of the weird things about this game is that boss. There's actually, the funny thing is a lot of the bosses in this game are kind of half bosses, but that's the weirdest one. That's like actually the standout. I was like, okay, this is not a real boss. So the other guy was the final boss. The guy before him, basically. Although it's interesting to note that you can fight him whenever you want too, basically. So you can actually fight him before you fight like most of the other area bosses. So he's the final boss, but like you don't have to fight him last. It's very strange. Harder than Miss Noble, yeah, Miss Noble. Harder than Miss Noble.
I shall lull the old one back to slumber.
You know the DS2. Wait till you get to the boss Fume Knight in DS2. That's the Miss Noble of DS2 is Fume Knight. Okay, we'll do good ending.
My thanks. At last, my duty is fulfilled.
Okay. We'll do good end. I'm joking a little bit, but it's actually not a very hard... Well, okay, you'll see when you get to him.
The Old One, along with the Maiden, were swept back into the lulling fog. Boletaria was spared from the demons, but also lost its knowledge of soul arts. The souls lost during the Pandemonium were never retrieved. And today, the unstable world has another monumental to hold its fabric together. A brave new hero of unprecedented power.
Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. Let's look at how much playtime I have on this character first, before I call the stream. But thank you, everyone, for watching. Yes. 36 hours, actually. That took me longer than I thought. Because Dark Souls 1, even if you do all bosses, Dark Souls 1's only like 40. Dark Souls 1 is only like 40, and Dark Souls 3 is only like 40. So it's actually pretty crazy that it's about 36. And I'm soul level 197, which is also pretty crazy too. So yeah. Thank you, everyone, for watching. It's been a lot of fun to do this, and there'll be some Demon Souls video in the future. And then DS1, let me look at the calendar real quick. Yeah, so we're not gonna see a Dark Soul, but maybe. Yeah, thank you. So probably there might be a stream on Sunday, but maybe not until Monday. And then it'll be Dark Souls 1. So, and that'll be fun. It'll be a Faith Dex, New Game Plus, good stuff like that. So, thanks for watching, everyone. And I'll see you later.